Pearl and Tristel are in dire straits. They are surrounded by the angry dead. But after reaching the relative safety of a tree, the duo unleash a barrage of magic upon their foes. They eventually manage to kill all the undead, along with a few hapless critters. They investigate the bodies to try and determine whether they have found the missing hunters, but can't be sure. After their investigations, they reconvene with Khyra to decide their next steps. Pearl and Tristel are eager to find the missing hunters, but the ever-practical Khyra advocates returning to Trog Canyon with their valuable shipment and is unwilling to risk the llama. Tristel casts invisibility on the llama, convincing Khyra to continue the search, at least for a while. With Kira's keen eyes helping them, they find a hut that covers the most of a small island, inside of which they find the missing hunters. The survivors tell the posse harrowing tales of being assaulted by undead every evening, and even worse, they share the hut with 2 undead crocodiles who are contained, at least for now. With daylight waning, the posse decide to stay in the hut and help defend the survivors against the undead. They prepare for the coming darkness, with Tristel casting Detect Magic and finding several sources of necromantic magic inside the hut. They investigate and find several undead, which they rapidly dispatch. Unfortunately, during the fight, Pearl's magic becomes unstable and inflicts damage against her companions, but they manage to slay all the undead and have time to repair the hut before sunset. Once darkness falls, they take cover in the hut, hoping that they are safe during the night. Alas, the undead crocodiles eventually break from their room, forcing the party into another fight. They manage to defeat the undead reptilian horrors without taking serious injury, though once again Pearl's magic misbehaves, causing large pink bubbles to escape her mouth each time she tries to speak. Dawn eventually arrives, and the posse ferry the survivors back to safety before hurrying back to Trog Canyon. Once there, they learn that the Draconians have become bolder and seen more often around town at night. They also meet with the mayor to discuss opening trade with Khyperia before finally getting to relax and spending time with their families. Will the zombie plague spread? Will they trade with Khyperia? How many more cats will Lady Lydia find? Let's find out now on Embers of the Wilds.
Hello everybody and welcome to Embers of the Wilds. How are we all doing today?
Doing well, I think. A bit of a food coma. I had too much food, but otherwise I'm good.
There's a Thor right here. It's a very sleepy boy.
Oh, yeah, what a Thor. A little void.
Oh, nice. Lovely. So, shall we hop into it? We left off in town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although, Koibu, I did want to ask how Outer Wilds is going, if you've had any time to play the past week.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I did my first playthrough, which I told you all about, where I walked around, hopped in a geyser, fell to my death, got a very slow, you are dead, like Dark Souls style thing. Then I figured out, how to leave the planet, and then I got caught up in work. I haven't had a chance to play it a second time. So I still want to go find that weird space-time object out there that's like warping space around it and doing like lensing, but we'll get there. It's probably a project for tonight.
Nice.
Good.
I'm very excited to hear your experiences.
Yeah.
Anything that warps space behind it and sort of like magnifies things around it and creates like, multiple images is interesting, and I want to go see it. And also the instrument, the music playing with it's not the stethoscope, but there's a term for the tool
Yeah,
you get.
what is that called?
Oh, the signal scope. Or
Signal scope. Yeah, not stethoscope. Same, really. It's a pretty cool idea. It's not often that you get like really interesting acoustic mechanics in a video game, so like that's pretty fucking cool.
That's true. That's really true.
Our characters have recently arrived back in Trog Canyon. It is the 9th of September. And all is well. You've just spoken with Mayor Barnaby. He's agreed that you should send iron over to Kaela because you can trade it for great and wondrous things in wonderful quantities, since that is something they are desperately short on. And what else was there going on? There's that water creature thingy.
Right, the elemental.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pearl, have you decided on your last spell yet?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I have decided on it.
I attempted to help. I was not very effective.
No, I think you were effective. You narrowed it down from like 5 to 2. So now I'm deciding between 2. Yeah, I'm not sure. Although we should probably talk about the short rest thing.
Short rest?
Yes.
Yes. Would you like to walk us through it?
Okay, yeah, I can. I'm not sure if I got all the details right, but so last time we were talking about how the last spell that I wanted to pick, I wasn't sure which one, and then we talked about, or Neil suggested Nahal's Reckless Dwemer, or however you pronounce that, which was a spell from 2E where you could sort of attempt to cast a spell which would like automatically trigger a magic surge, and then it would either fail or succeed depending on rolling on a table. But we've sort of changed that into a short rest feature instead. So every short rest, I have an ability called Reckless Casting, as in I can recklessly cast a spell. In other words, it's basically Pearl tapping into the raw magic and kind of just like irresponsibly doing that and attempting to get some desired effect out of it. And this will mostly fail, but the idea is that I can cast any spell that I don't already know, but it will mostly fail and it will trigger a magic surge. So that's the idea of that. So that's every short rest I can do that, which is a little bit scary because I worry that Neil is going to design encounters so that I have to recklessly cast a few times, but maybe it's fine. But yeah, so that's the idea. So basically I can incredibly irresponsibly cast any spell I don't already know that's on the sorcerer spell list that I could potentially cast on my level. So not any spell on any level, just any spell that would be castable by my current level. Yeah, so that's the idea. I think I got all that right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the failure versus success state works. I don't know how that plays into the whole thing.
One of the tables that we roll on, I think 100 and like 99 are successful castings of the spell, and one of them is at like a higher power than the other. So you would roll your D100 plus your level, and so the more powerful you get in level, the more likely you are to succeed in casting something, sort of the thing that you intend. So we've got some mechanics baked in that will give you an advantage as you level up, make it a little bit easier.
So what are the odds of succeeding? Like, approximately. Is it like 1 in 100 or?
I mean, if it's if you're level 4 right now and it's the top 2, then something like 1 in 50, 1 in 25, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, a roll of 99 means that the spell has a minimum duration of a few minutes. So, for example, a fireball would create a flame that just remains burning in the air for a full 20 minutes. And a lightning bolt would just keep bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing around for excuse me, 20 minutes.
Wait, this seems more dangerous than positive.
Well, then a roll of 100 means that its effectiveness is just 200%. So
Okay. Neat.
you can, 99 and 100 are both sort of successes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
don't roll an
D100 plus
81.
level. But then in most cases it's going to fail, either just causing a magic surge or outright targeting me or something, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't roll the 81 and you're good.
Okay.
Nothing bad ever happened.
Nope. Perfectly safe.
I'm gonna roll the 81. I feel like it's gonna happen at some point. And Neil's gonna be like, we're gonna go on our second
Be
break now,
amazed.
and then you're gonna have to like go through things.
Total party kill.
Pearl had a sister. She's been in the town the entire time. We just haven't talked about it. Here she is.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness. I miss my sister already.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a good choice.
So you are coming out of the meeting with Mayor Barnaby, when who should pop into town but Henrietta, the mage who went off to visit Northridge and see if she couldn't figure out some things about golems and search the town for this and that, and she's got all sorts of purposes that she doesn't necessarily telegraph to people.
Reasonable.
But here she is coming back into town. You'll come out of the room, out of the mayor's room, and see her making her way towards the inn to take a load off and rest for a little while. I think you guys will be passing each other in the process. So she'll stop and give you all a wave.
And
Come
one gold
closer.
each.
You all?
Oh, it was before that.
Yeah. You did halfway there.
Yeah, you did
Sorry.
both in like the same sentence. It was good.
Okay.
You're getting there.
Getting there.
Yeah.
She'll stop y'all on the way, wave at you, and say, "Hello. Did you ever solve your water elemental problem?"
Oh, hi, Henrietta. No, I don't think we've solved it yet. It seems like a complicated situation. I don't really know what we can do next in order to, I don't know, find a new home for them.
Pearl could choose a particular spell for her level up.
I could.
Oh, have you leveled up since I've last been here? Picking spells is a fun part. She will tell you that she has been thinking about options for this, possible solutions to your problem, and she has some light suggestions. We've talked about some of these things before. There's that town of Ipsum to the far north that's supposed to have a mage named Maven there. It's possible that Maven might know some sort of magical methods for removal of water elementals or something of that like.
No, we don't want to kill it. We just want to move it somewhere else.
She shrugs. Maybe all he knows is destruction, or maybe he could do something with that. I'm not sure. There's also that silver dragon. I don't know exactly how a silver dragon would solve a water elemental problem other than eating it, but maybe the dragon could suck up all the water, walk somewhere else, and spit it back out again? She shrugs. Dragons are strong and powerful creatures. I'm sure Sylvanotheris would have some ideas. I know you're not into the violence, but if it does become a violence issue, she like points up the canyon. There are those strange lizard creatures. Perhaps.
What about them?
Well, if I understand things right, they slew magmins that were coming into your town. Perhaps they could be bribed or bought or politely asked to take care of the problem.
We're on a bit of a shaky ground with those draconians. I'm not sure if we can ask that of them. We have a bit of a strained relationship. It seems mostly fine, but yeah.
The last idea I had would be, and she looks pointedly at Tristel, to maybe ask of the sea elves some help. They are innately magical creatures who live within water and work within water. I don't know what solutions they may have, but I imagine long-lived, magical, sea-dwelling creatures with whom you have a connection may have a solution or an idea, or at least be more well-versed in the goings of water elementals.
Well,
I
as
know.
lovely an idea that is, I've actually never met a sea elf. See, my father was a sea elf, but I never met him. I wouldn't even know where to find them.
Well, that is a separate issue.
Do you happen to know
myself
where they might live?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. In the sea. No, I haven't the foggiest idea where they could be found. Sorry.
We'll just start looking in the sea then, and just go through it all.
Well, your mother must know of a way to contact them. How did she meet your father for the first time?
Well, she's never told me that. I suppose it's an option, should we exhaust all the others, to ask my mother about my father? Sure.
I don't want to necessarily drag up any family history or drama or skeletons in the closet, but these were the four ideas that I had. I would say you could go to Pheromonium and ask the wizards there, but Pheromonium doesn't exist anymore, and I don't think there's anything left in the ruins of the city to find and use. So,
Where is this Pheromonium?
she says, if you go beyond Kaela into the open plain,
By
far
all the
enough,
warlords.
there is a out where the warlords are. There is a coastal city at the end of a large river, or there was a coastal city at the end of a large river named Pheromonium. It was the capital of the Farron Empire in this part of the world. I guess you could say the southern Farron Empire before the war.
What happened to it?
Same thing that happened every other place during the war.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you happen to know anyone by the name of Scleros?
Scleros. That name sounds... She thinks to herself. It sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Wait, who is that?
Is it a character in a play?
Last we heard, it was potentially Scleros that brought down Northridge. We found a note in the church from some of the survivors. Or, well, I don't think they were survivors, but it lived long enough to write a note, and they left it. Saying it was Scleros.
Scleros. The warlord's not the right name. General's not quite the right name, but I guess we could use field marshal perhaps, or Scleros, the raider, the warlord, the one who just was responsible for the destruction of Northridge. I don't know him personally. I know my history a wee bit.
Do you know where they might be now?
No, I don't. I have always just assumed that any figures of note from the war perished within it. So much destruction was levied. So many great figures fallen, cities ruined. I'm sure there were survivors, but I couldn't imagine who survived or where you would go after doing such things. I mean, She kind of like gestures out to the plain to the west, to the east of you. What do you do? What do you do when there's no home to go?
I don't know. Create your own home, I suppose.
I suppose. Now, if Scleros was the one to destroy Northridge, then he would have been one of the Northern Empire's soldiers or generals or whatevers. So if he returned home, he would be on the other side of the world by now. Unless he was a local recruit. I'll keep my ears open for anything I hear about him in the future, but I don't particularly know right now.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
By now, she is sitting in the inn with you. She's had some wine brought over and kicked up her feet, slowly taking off her boots and like rubbing her heels after walking through the fields for days. And asks if there's anything else that you'd like from her.
So you managed to find the golem?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
How did it go?
I have failed to exert my will over it and control the creature. But it did not chase me.
That's good.
And I did not destroy it. I spent a few days working on different techniques. I heard that hideous whale you spoke of.
Oh, did you stay the
Stayed
night?
out. No. Only coming in during the day.
Okay, good.
I did see a cart heading into the city one late afternoon, actually. I couldn't get to the poor fellow before the sun set.
Were they headed to the graveyard?
She shrugs. At the range I saw them, they could have been headed in any direction.
We might have
see them leave.
Might have already ran into them earlier, so hopefully they were aware of the dangers that night. But
Very strange person. I didn't like them.
Well, there's nothing else. It's been a long few days, and I am looking forward to my down comforter and my soft feather pillow.
And did you ever find an assistant?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did not. Do you know of anyone magically capable who would like an apprenticeship?
I might in the future. I just need to get better at what I'm doing first, you know?
Yes.
But I'll get there. Don't worry about it.
Well, she grabs her wine and heads to bed, leaving the three of you to decide if you want to do anything. You know, you could just retire, stay comfortably here. You've got some new drums, you know.
I was just about to say the bongo drums are really calling my name. In fact, I think I may have them with me if we're in the inn anyways, maybe while we're hanging out, just kind of practicing.
Ah, yes. Henrietta has just gone to bed when Tristel pulls out the bongo drums in the common room outside her door. Wonderful.
We can do like smooth jazz, like calm drum.
Yeah,
vibe,
what I was
you know?
really thinking about it is kind of like, I feel like this is really an opportunity for Tristel to kind of experiment with like more like poetic, like poetry format, so like spoken word.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the direction I'm going with the bongos.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
How does it work with like bards and instruments and magic? Like, do bards cast using their instruments, or like how does it play out in universe?
Magic comes in a lot of different shapes and forms and styles, and I don't think it's a stretch to say that music is in itself some sort of strange magic that drives people to do weird things. It's almost like an enchantment that you can throw down on folks. So a bard is just a specialized realization of the audio patterns that can shape the reality around them, not just people's minds, but can also create practical effects too through magic that sort of has audible qualities to it, or sort of like if you hit a tuning fork, it can vibrate, but if you hold the right frequency of a tuning fork next to a glass, you can shatter the glass. So in that same way, there are acoustical side effects to magic, and a bard is someone who has mastered that area. So a bard could do their magic with a voice, or they could do it with a musical instrument. I guess you could do it with a pair of rocks if you really, really needed to, and you were really good. Is that a good enough answer?
A string held really tight and just kind of boing.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm wondering, if a bard casts a spell, is it always audible because it's always music?
This is a great question.
I don't know if it's a great question or if I'm just unnecessarily curious about this.
In my mind, all bard spells should have a verbal or somatic component. The somatic component being some sort of sound creating thing.
And a silence spell
Right.
would silence any caster, even bards. So it kind of makes sense in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think looking at the 5e spell list, all bard spells that I see thus far require a verbal component. I'm still scrolling.
I think so too.
Catnap doesn't require a verbal component. Oh, but that's from Xanthar's Guide, so we don't care about that anymore.
That's not canon. So.
Yeah. Hypnotic Pattern doesn't require any verbal components, but it does need somatic. So in that case, I guess your I don't know, some form of acoustic is needed.
Looks like minor illusion also. Cantrip doesn't require.
Okay.
So I was also wondering, so bards can cast spells even if they lose their instruments, right? I'm imagining that's possible. Because they can use their voice.
Probably, yeah, I could sing.
Yeah. So there's always a way to... Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I think so.
Okay. I started thinking about this when we went to Kaela and they took our stuff, but they didn't take your instrument. And I was wondering, what if they took your instrument? Would that actually make you unable to cast? But you would still be able to, so...
Yeah, but a lot of spells, too, require, a region of some sort. So, I imagine they... I guess I was just kind of role-playing it as, they probably took any manner of, Little Pearl needed to cast a spell, or Copper Wire, things like that.
I think they took the things that were obviously magical, and someone coming into town with musical instruments isn't obviously a spell-casting bard.
Right.
They could just be a generic musician. So bards are maybe a little harder to detect socially than a wizard or a sorceress walking around with pouches bouncing off of their hips.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, I'm not seeing...
People are saying that the instruments are an arcane focus that replaces the material components.
That's what I was looking for, to see if instruments were an arcane focus, but I'm not actually seeing it in the bard section. Here we go. Spellcasting focus. You can use a musical instrument as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells. But since your vocal cords are musical instruments, as far as I'm concerned, I think you don't necessarily need it. I don't know, but then if you have to do verbal components and a musical instrument at the same time, that does get a little wonky. This is a great question. Tristel, we're partway through our game already. This is 14 sessions or so. I'm going to leave this in your hands. How would you like to deal with musical instrument as an arcane focus? What about a spell that needs somatic and verbal components? Do you need the instrument to do it, or can you do it without?
I think I can do it without.
Okay.
I think that my voice is also a powerful component of the magic.
Okay. So you could probably just like sing your words at the right tune and get the music and the vocal, the words at the same time. That makes sense. Okay.
I really like the sort of the Aragon interpretation of like magical language is a very beautiful language. So like if you sing a magical language, then like it sounds very pretty and musical.
Very much
Dig
makes
it.
sense for a bard, especially.
Great. Well, now that Henrietta has gone to bed and the bongos have come out and the slow spoken word poetry is happening in the bar, in the inn, what does the party want to do? Where do you want to go from here as you sit around listening to Tristel try out the new instrument?
Yeah, so our options, I think, I'd be interested in the, shoot, what are our notes? The town of Ipsum. Could either go to Ipsum or we could go to Kalala and do a trading run. That's my interests.
Yeah, setting up the trading with them would be good. How do we want to do that? Do we just walk into town with a cart full of iron, or do we talk to someone who can come out and meet us? Or
Yeah, I think the plan that I set up earlier seems like a reasonable plan of having someone outside of town, or like setting up a meeting outside of town and not really revealing our identities to people other than necessary until we know that like our iron will be received well and people won't storm the town to find out where we are. Thinking like, what does the town actually need? We could like wait until we do some other stuff to figure out like what exactly we need and to make sure we're actually doing a productive trip and whatnot. So, yeah.
what we need or what they need?
What we need.
Right.
What we're
'Cause
trading for.
We did order a few more bows, right? That we were going to pick up later.
True.
And
Yeah.
potentially picking up the alligator leather as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
And at some point you'll need more arrows because eventually, they break or get damaged. Not now, but at some point in the future you'll need more of those, and who knows what else. There might be like foods or spices or teas or, trade is a wonderful thing. Sometimes you don't even know what you're missing until you find it somewhere.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I feel like
establishing
stocking up would be good.
Yeah, sort of like finishing the trip to reinforce the town with weapons and arrows would be good, I think. Because we still have that sort of pending, and getting the trading started, I think, would be good.
Excellent.
I agree.
Yeah.
So that was a wait on going to call Ella, or was that a do it right now?
Well, it's nighttime now, right?
I mean, like,
Or
I assume we're like waiting for the long rest because we already took experience, and so it's a while until we're heading out.
Oh yeah, we should do a long rest.
Yeah, we already
Yeah.
did a long rest.
Yep.
Wait, we already did a long rest?
Yeah, we got experience and everything.
Yeah, we are in the process of
Oh.
resting. I think we have to wait the
Okay.
rest of the week.
Oh,
but
right.
The XP
Yeah.
was handed out. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So the conversation with Henrietta was during the long rest already. Okay.
Yes.
That means I could also pick my spell.
Yes.
Please.
I'm deciding between Misty Step and Comprehend Languages. These two are both very good for very different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, Comprehend Languages feels like almost like I'm metagaming, because it's like I know that I can understand the water elemental if I pick it, which feels like I'm cheating.
Also, like,
Yeah.
understanding Draconians, I think, is really, really important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for real.
that is a really neat thing. And it would make us able to understand any text we read as well, as long as I have the spell slots for it. So it's like super useful.
So is that one you're thinking about picking up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. That was one that I like really heavily thought about picking up as well, because of I think it would be so valuable in so many situations.
Yeah, so it's either that one or Misty Step. And Misty Step is I can teleport 30 feet in to whatever location is in my range. Which seems like a pretty basic spell, but like there are so many combat situations, or like if we're captured, or there's a chasm I need to jump over, or like there are so many different situations where just being 30 feet away would like be like a make or break type of situation. And so, yeah. And it also doesn't trigger attacks of opportunity, which is really, really good.
You are a proper cat. Do I want to take this ability that allows me to communicate with people and understand things and further everyone's goals? Or do I just want to be able to avoid water more easily?
It's not about water. It's about so many different things.
It's not about water. Teleporting over rivers, avoiding having to fall in the water where the water elemental is, dealing with swamps. Yeah, I think I know what this spell will be mostly used for.
Wait, isn't it like a level 2 spell? It would be like a level 2 spell slot just to avoid water.
I mean...
I mean, is that not what you would use it for?
Yeah, yeah.
You know? I can swim, right? Or
Of
would
course
I?
you can swim.
Yeah, cats can generally swim, right?
Totally.
But have we
I
seen you
hate
swim yet?
I mean, no. I don't know if I have seen myself swim either.
Well, why don't you throw Thor into a full bathtub and tell me what he does? And if he can swim, then you can swim.
I'm not even sure if Thor is going to be able to swim.
Google
We can
says
take
all
Pearl to
cats
the
are
bathhouse.
instinctively capable of swimming.
Okay, well, there we go. So I guess it depends on if we go for the cat interpretation or human interpretation for
Aw.
swimming.
That would be really cute to see a cat swimming. I bet they're like little otters.
No, like, have you seen those like videos of big cats swimming? They're like, their paws are huge.
Because they have like webbing between the wheels, right?
Yeah, this is good.
Okay, which one of these two spells do I pick? This is difficult. I don't know how to pick.
Take a poll.
I really like both of them. I narrowed them down from like 5 or 6 to those two, so I did my job.
Neil, can you roll a d2? If you get a 1, it's Misty Step.
Whoa!
If it's a whatever the other one is.
Comprehend languages?
Yes.
0 or 2.
Yeah.
Sure,
I'm
you
like,
want
wait, is
me
it?
to roll this die? You don't want to roll it yourself and roll 20.
No. Well, you can roll it and roll 20, and then there we go.
Do you really? I mean, I feel like this has
You
to be
just-
your role.
Yeah.
Okay.
Voice
Okay.
the
Roll it.
Trying to
decision
opt
on-
out. Opt out.
Yeah.
If it's a 1, it's Misty Step.
Yes.
Okay,
Comprehend languages. Decision made.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Okay, so let's do that first then.
Comprehend the water.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, let's go talk to it.
Okay, hold on. I didn't
I'm so
add it.
excited.
Where's my character sheet? Oh, there we go.
It seemed really sweet from when we interacted with it.
Mm-hmm. I added a thing to my sheet for like one of those resources for the number of reckless casts I have left to do, but I read it as reckless cats, and it's like, you know, kind of still works either way.
That's kind of... That's like Pearl's tagline, reckless cat.
I'm not very reckless, okay? I'm pretty careful. I'm just unintentionally reckless. There we go.
Unless you're talking to Mayor Barnaby.
Well, sure. How do I delete a thing? Do I unlock and then?
Then there should be a trash can.
Okay, there we
Icon.
go. And then I
It's not that trash cans look like that anymore, but they used to.
Do-do-do.
Where is?
Update every trash can icon to like a simple human.
What?
Nothing.
Wait, to what?
The simple human trash cans, that's the hotness.
Simple human trash can? What is that?
Yeah, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah, me and all my friends have simple human trash cans. This isn't an ad.
Sponsored content.
Oh, it's one of those foot stompy ones.
They have like automatic ones too.
Okay. I thought you just meant like a simple human, like humans are trash, and so they should be the trash.
You know, the best emoji name, I think, is put litter in its place.
Yeah, it's such a long name for an emoji.
No, I'm not throwing shade on basic people. I too enjoy a pumpkin spice latte.
All right. The party heads back to the mines.
Okay, the day after,
Yes.
I presume, or on the
Just
same.
after our long rest.
At the end of the
whatever.
long rest.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
it'll be on the 14th.
Okay.
You head into the mines, and there's that like big piece of vellum that has been tacked in place over the crevasse, over the glory hole that leads down to the waters below. Sorry, you guys had her name it.
Wait,
Remember?
you were the one
I don't like
that
this judgmental look. Please rename this. Do not let the NPCs name things.
I mean, I think we would have a
Just
colloquial
keep it.
name that's
It's important.
not
No.
the same.
Kyra wants
Wait,
to honor
let's
the
find
new
out-
member of town.
What?
Renaming it would only dishonor her name.
But listen, I have a plan. Let's learn the name of this water elemental and we can rename it after that and be like, listen, they were here first. Sorry, Gloria. We'll give you the next one to name.
But Gloria named
Please
this.
take inspiration for this idea. It's amazing. I love it.
But what is Gloria gonna think about this? What if this is gonna cause an
It's
uprising?
fine. Everything's
They
fine.
were here first.
I guess, yeah. As long as you're the one who can talk to Gloria about this.
Sure. Just have to roll really high on persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to like develop the ability to talk to this elemental and have to explain that we've named its home Glory Hole.
So one problem is that it's comprehend languages but not speak language.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Yeah.
One-way communication.
yes.
Gotcha.
But
So-
I feel like that'll be good enough.
Right. Well, so when I kind of created like an illusion and gave it like a little smiley face, it seemed to react positively. So I'm wondering if we can't somehow like bridge that gap based on like kind of like physical communication or something like that.
Get it to ask us yes/no questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're here in the back of the mine. Some of the other laborers here are taking a short break and coming over to watch what's happening, resting against the walls, looking sideways at the three of you as you unpeg the big piece of vellum and drop the rope ladder down into the crevasse.
Do I need to get into the water? Is the ladder connected to the side, or is it like just hanging into the water again?
It will just drop straight down because you unhooked it and pulled it back up, so it goes straight down. Someone's gonna have to like leap to the side or
I
misty step.
can I can go down. I feel like I've been pretty successful at making that leap.
Can you pull up the map again? Just because I got confused last time.
Yes. Where is it?
So I'm thinking we could probably construct something to make this easier next time.
We attach a really, really large rock to the end of it and just kind of like, and then it anchors.
How did we attach it last time?
We swung over.
Yeah, we kind of like hopped over and then like fix it to the ground on the beach or the shore or whatever.
Yeah, maybe there was some like mining equipment we used to like nail it to the ground or whatever.
No, but we don't want to keep the ladder down, is the thing.
Oh, okay.
We could if we wanted to.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to remember why we pulled it up.
Because it's spooky down there.
True.
That's true.
It
It
is
is
spooky.
spooky.
I can't find my original map, so I'm just going to improvise one right here and try and find it a little bit later.
Okay.
So down at the Wilds section is the visual of the pit. And then I'm also going to do like a little, here is the region of water. So we can see that there's also like a little bit of shoreline on the bottom side of this map. Oops, that's not how you point. And the ladder will be in, I don't know, orange? No, there's too much orange on this page. Green. And the ladder normally comes down out of the crevasse right around here. And this is like a 100-foot height.
Okay.
Like that. And then I think this was maybe 20 feet, did we say? That seems a little much. 15 feet, I think, is what we said. I'll have to find the original document.
Okay. Cool.
So down Tristel goes, and I will need that acrobatics check from you to swing and land over in the soft, silty mud without splashing deep into the water, Tristel.
Yes. Oop.
10 will get you right in the splash zone of the shore where you land, and like you come up to your knees in water as your feet sink deep into the silt. And Tristel, would you make me a regular, ordinary charisma check just by clicking the charisma text of your
Okay.
character page?
I like the nervous okay.
Afraid.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
As you sort of lose your footing in this water, you sink deep in, your heels sink deeper than your toes, and so you begin to fall backwards into the water. A gentle hand comes and supports your back and like pushes you up and forward so you can easily exit without completely getting yourself soaked and make your way to the dry land nearby. And then easily pull the ladder over and keep yourself.
Oh my gosh. As I'm pulling the ladder, I just thank you. Just calling out to the water, no one in particular.
Mm-hmm.
That's so nice. What a neat pool
That
of
is
water.
so nice.
Once the ladder is moved, the whole party can descend, weapons in hand, tools drawn, ready for a fight.
Not super ready.
I'm gonna be casting some magic, so I'm gonna be ready for that at least.
Right. Our aggressive killers are now here on the water's edge, next to the water elemental,
Fight me,
helpless and
Ira.
defenseless. And what now? Now that you're here,
Okay.
there's no sign of the creature. You must have brought some light with you as you did last time, so we'll just say that you've taken care of that. You can see that it's a fairly still area. There's a little bit of a ripple still coming from where Tristel was. You see bright shining lights within the walls of the caves around here. Clearly, precious metals exist.
Does it look the
looking up,
same as last time, or has anything changed?
Totally the same. Yeah, your footprints are still on the shore. The spots where torches were are still sort of like holes in the sand. Nothing seems to be changed. 100 feet up, you can see miners on their brakes looking down, watching what's happening below. But they stay nice and quiet, so you don't hear their voices. You can hear the distant ping, ping, ping of... you call those things?
Pickaxe?
Pickaxes?
Thank you. Picks on stones.
Okay. How do we make it appear last time?
I think we called out to it, played some music. Basically any interaction, I think, summoned it.
Yeah, so I can start playing a gentle song. Some of the last time I played, kind of like tuning into the calmness of the water, something very gentle and serene.
Okay.
Yeah.
And while you do that, I'm gonna move far away because things can go wrong. So I'm just gonna be on this shore over there.
Gotcha.
And I guess I'm gonna sit down and focus on the new thing that I learned during this break and sort of meditate for a while as I focus on the languages of the world that I can sort of somehow tap into through all the magical planes. So yeah, I am going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Excellent. Tristel, you play the gentle melodic song, and sure enough, the creature shows herself. A face appearing in the water and extending out to about the neckline or so, neck and above, sticking out. It has this, characteristic of a constant flowing down of water on the outside, sort of obscuring most of the features, making them, bend and flow and ebb. But there is the face, observing, with a gentle, pleasant smile on it.
Pearl?
Okay. Yeah. I was just reading
Play
chat.
music.
I'm aware.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Saved one, didn't we? For just such a circumstance.
Okay, but it casts fine, right? I rolled a d20, nothing happened.
You're presently casting Comprehend Languages as the creature's face appears and Tristel plays her music. It was wonderful. Please roll me a 1d100 because down here, your magic is a wee bit wonky.
Wait, what?
Well, 1d100.
So you have you've got your Tides of Chaos.
It's fine.
Oh boy, that's a low number.
It's a very low number.
I'm afraid.
As long as I didn't roll, what was it? 80,
81?
81.
81 is
This
a
is
cursed
not
number.
81.
Yeah. This is not an 81. Any number of things that could happen with an 11.
Do you want to take a break?
No, this is great.
Okay.
What?
No.
No, I'm nervous.
I need you to roll me a d10 here, Pearl.
Okay.
Oh god. More dice?
6. That's a good number.
Okay. Pearl,
Mm-hmm.
you begin to grow.
Oh. Wait,
And
how
grow.
much?
And grow. How
How-
tall were you initially, Pearl?
I forget. I don't know if I actually added
Oh.
a reasonable number.
I think we did. I think that was during our character creation.
It says 5'4". Is that
5'4".
reasonable?
Wow, that's amazing. That's a fairly average height. My wife is like 5'2.5". You find yourself very quickly towering over. How tall is Tristel?
I think I was like
Tristel's just
5'2" or something.
feet. Oh yeah. Tristel's
Oh,
super
no,
short. So you were already towering over Tristel. Now she's but a wee thing beneath you. Even Khyperia is now shorter than you. She was 5'10" in the past, and you're a good 3 inches taller than Khyperia, looming this long, gangly cat.
I don't know what happened. Don't be scared. Okay.
Be not afraid.
Luckily, the water elemental doesn't really seem to care how tall you are.
Okay.
Or really know what's going on. It's paying attention to Tristel. Well, everyone else just hears the sounds of, the music bouncing off of the water and bouncing around the cave. It's got some nice acoustic qualities to it. Pearl, you are able to hear how the sound that bounces off of the water is subtly changed in ways that were not perceptible to your ears before. And instead of hearing the just the echoing of the music, you hear the echoing of the music and also a a melody, a sung melody on top of it, without having actual words to it, as if the water elemental is like humming or singing along in notes and pitches and tones.
Hmm.
That's so sweet.
And do I make out any words or any like?
No, the water elemental doesn't know the words to this song. It's just singing along, you know, as if you were just like do 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 with it. That sort of.
What happens if I stop playing, and then, yeah, I guess what happens when I stop playing?
The water elemental stops as well. It just seems that they are harmonizing with you. It's got a feminine face, but I don't know if elementals are gendered creatures. I don't think so. So the elemental sort of stops as you stop. As the song fades, they fade with you.
So they go back into the water?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wow.
the face sort of descends for a little bit until it's just some eyes and maybe a bit of a nose, and then whoosh, water.
Can I call out, like, hello?
Your hello isn't really responded to in any way, shape, or form.
Can I sing it? Hello? Are you there?
Yes, and the face will reappear and echo your words back. Hello, are you there?
How do we talk to it?
I don't know.
All right, Pearl, maybe I can play music to get it to appear, and you can try and get its attention and communicate to it.
I don't know how to communicate with it.
Just
then.
try. Say words.
Hello? Water?
Okay, I'm gonna start playing again.
Mm-hmm.
Ask it its name.
The music.
What's your name?
It continues to sing along with Tristel. Maybe it doesn't understand your words. Maybe it's just captivated by this creature over here, not that one over there. Maybe you're far away. I don't know.
What if we
right, I
give
wanna-
it something?
That's true.
Or if we...
Like what? I could try using minor illusion again and talking in pictures. The issue is that to keep it up, like, it seems to be appearing while I'm playing music, so I can't do both. But I want to stop playing on my lyre, and I want to pull out my bongo drums and just like start tapping on it.
The face will disappear beneath the water, but instead you'll get these like ripples that like shoot out little drops of water, like little bloop that fly up and down, sort of like a fountain effect. If you've ever been to Vegas and they've got all those big fountains that shoot up, sort of, but not like large jets of water, just like, you know, large drops of water that'll plop up and then plop back down. Rhythmically in time with each of the taps. So there might be 7 or 8 in the air at any given time, so that they will land on the appropriate expected note, which if you change your pattern might change slightly.
Can I catch one of the droplets with my hydrotelekinesis?
What's the range of hydrotelekinesis?
I think it's 30 feet.
Then yes.
Let me just double check.
Freya doesn't just try to keep talking to it.
Well, it's more like I need to make it say something, because it doesn't understand me, but I can understand the water elemental. Yeah, 30 feet. Okay. So, I guess I need to roll a cantrip search. Okay. So I just want to catch a droplet and then like move it towards me so that it's hovering above my hand by the shore. I
When
mostly want to
the
see if it like
droplet-
reacts to it or if it gets angry.
It does. When the droplet would have struck the water but does not, the elemental's face appears near you and calls out, "Hey!" in your direction. Well, still maintaining the other droplets that are bouncing
Hey,
around.
I'm sorry, and I'm gonna like float it back. Do you want it?
It appears and shouts, "Hey!" It like gives you a stern look, and then it just like recedes beneath the water again. Can't go for him.
Okay, I don't think it liked me doing that. I understood that one.
But it did it say anything?
Well, yeah, it just said, hey, because it was upset that I took some water, I suppose. It doesn't seem to be very talkative in general. It seems to like the music, but... Yeah, it doesn't seem to say much.
Let me just try casting an illusion. It seems to have perception about what's going on near the water, so I want to cast an illusion, minor illusion. Last time I did it where it was like, I created like a shape. It was like green glowing, if I remember correctly, so kind of like a gentle glow. And I want to create like a hand that is just like waving.
The water elemental will react in turn, outstretching a watery hand of the same size and shape as the one that you've illusioned, that reaches out to like tap it.
Hell yeah. High five.
Oh, that was so cute, but I don't think we're getting anywhere.
What if we bring... It seems to like water, right? What if we bring a bucket of warm water from the springs? What if it's... Maybe that... It would like that? Or maybe it would hate it. I don't know. But maybe it would...
You think it would like wine? I just so happen to have some of the fine crafted mulled wine on my person.
I don't know what these creatures like. I think it's worth a try. Maybe if we give it some water from somewhere else, maybe that's like a gift or something that it might appreciate.
Can you use what's the cantrip? Hydro. To like capture this wine and offer it?
Yes.
Like if I pour some and you just kind of like hover it? I'm nervous about pouring it directly into its... Is it its body? Is it its home? I don't understand.
I'm not sure if
Let's give that a shot.
Wait, do you have wine with you?
Yes. I always have it.
Can I move wine?
Yeah. Why not?
Is it because like there's enough water in it, or?
Yeah, wine is overwhelmingly water.
Okay.
There's just a little bit of alcohol in it.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna get a little droplet of that. I guess like this big or something. Just a little
a gulp.
Yeah. And I guess I need to do that, and it's stable. And I'm gonna float it near the water, not into the water, but enough so that it's like easier for it to reach it.
Why don't we take our first break right here?
Okay.
While I sort out the interactions between water elementals and drops of wine.
Neat. Okay. All right. We'll be back in a bit. Bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Embers of the Wilds. As the drop of wine hovers above the water, a little fingered hand comes out and pokes it and absorbs the wine slowly into the finger, keeping it as a distinct sort of purple bubble floating down the hand like wine might flow through your blood or something. And a face appears as well, saying in the tongue of the water elemental, which only Freya can understand at this point in time, "You are strange creatures, aren't you? What is this thing that you are doing over here?"
I give you wine, and then I kind of gesture to the wine bottle that Christiaan is holding. Wine.
It appears the creature does not understand the words you are saying in any way, shape, or form. But it did speak and expressed complex thought.
Pearl, does it like it?
I'm not sure if it likes it, but it is at least finding us strange. and is wondering about what kind of creatures we are.
Does it want more?
Yeah, what happened to the little wine globule?
It absorbed the wine into it. The wine drop like flowed down its hand and then into the greater sea down here, and then is lost to sight.
But it seems to be able to talk, at least. It seems relatively intelligent. It's just, I guess we just can't talk to it.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to walk along the shore to in the direction of the hole in the wall. And like kind of drag my hand in the lake to let it know where I am. And then as I get close to the cave, I'm going to like swish out with my hand and like pat the water and try and indicate like, is it okay for us to go over here?
Your hand makes ripples through the water, and then as you like kind of pat it, a hand emerges from it to like catch your hand. It's sort of like a not like a hand shaking sort of way, but more in like a holding hands sort of way. And the creature within will sort of hold on to your hand gently as you try to like splash the water about a little. This does prevent the splashing.
Okay. If I put my foot into the water, what happens?
Nothing. Your foot's wet.
Okay.
And it didn't say anything throughout this that I could hear.
If I like move my hand forwards and backwards, dragging along the water, does it like try and pull me towards the hole or push me away from it? Or neutral?
It seems very neutral. It seems more content just to be in contact with you and not attempting to move you in one way or the other. It's almost like you are a house cat that this creature is like, yes, sit in my lap, right here. Okay, good. All right, you want to move this way? I'll move this way with you. You want to move that way? Okay, I'll go this way with you. It seems sort of friendly and cuddly and playful, but not particularly intentioned.
Can you pull it out of the water?
I don't think I want to try that. I mean, I think if I raise my hand, it'll just let go. I'm pretty confident with that. I think I'm just gonna sit down next to the water, cross-legged with my hand in the water.
That's so cute.
Yeah, after a few moments of you like settling into the sand with the little tiny waves lapping against your ankles, a similar form will rise from the water in front of you. The water elemental with a feminine form, reaching out its one hand across to you to hold hands. Now this other thing is like sitting cross-legged on top of the water facing you, mirroring your actions. And at this point, it will speak, and it'll say, "You are such strange creatures."
I will translate to Kyra and Tristel. It's calling us strange creatures. In a very curious tone. I think it's just wondering who we are.
Let's see.
I want to take the bottle of wine and like go over to Kyra and the elemental and just kind of like offer it.
Is the bottle corked or uncorked?
Uncorked.
Can it smell?
The creature will reach out a hand towards the bottle and upturn the bottle of wine, and the head will slightly shake. And Pearl, you hear a. Gotta put these things back together. What little nuisances.
Oh, what?
It's
What? Put what back together?
Once the wine has been emptied, it will hand the bottle back to you, Tristel.
I look at it and like kind of nod in respect, like, whole bottle, huh?
It seems curious, or it seems to not fully understand what the wine is. It's talked about. It wanted to put things back together. I don't know if it sees the wine as some sort of cursed water that it needs to fix. I don't know.
Yeah, what does that mean?
As you're pondering these happenings, Khyperia, you're going to notice that now that you've been holding hands with the elemental for a little while, it's doing this, like, squeezing thing with your hand, where kind of like how you might, like, find a cat's belly and, like, ooh, it's soft and squishy. It's doing, like, you're soft and squishy, and, like, I'm squeezing the squishy parts of your hand. Not like the knuckles, but, like, these soft, fleshy bits.
Am I feeling dehydrated or thirsty?
That would be
Kind of late in the
spooky.
day. I don't know if you had that much to drink. You know, you would maybe had some wine with Henrietta. Now you've been climbing up and down this area.
like-
You've been perspiring. You're probably a little thirsty. Yeah.
I mean, like, different feeling than how I was 10 minutes ago.
Make me a Constitution check by just clicking the Constitution button on your character sheet. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine. You're just a little thirsty.
Okay, can I want to pick up a little bit of water far away from the creature and turn it into a little sphere of ice. Same as the wine, but like with a little ice sphere instead. And float it toward the creature. And I also need to roll that. Okay, we're fine.
While the creature remains seated near Khyperia, its head does turn in the direction of the ice, and another hand, this would be the creature's third hand and fifth appendage, rises from the water and like brings the little ice towards it. And the creature regards the floating bit of ice and then looks in the direction of Pearl, who it clearly understands made that effect, and goes, You're not an air elemental.
And I
You're
do a
making
no
ice.
gesture.
You're not earth elementals, but you're something in between. What are you creatures?
It's asking what kind of elementals we are. I'm not sure what to answer. I give it a very clear pondering face. Because we are pondering this.
It's almost like you're intelligent.
Hey, we are intelligent. And I will look upset visibly.
Hello? Do you
hello?
understand me?
When I nod.
Oh my god! It speaks! Hello! Hello, friends! Hello, can you hear me? Oh! Oh my. Are you new to this place too? Isn't it amazing? Isn't this like this gift?
Wait, can you understand me?
I can. Oh, maybe you're not that smart. But isn't this a wonderful thing? Being this
Yes.
knowledge, this power, it's the greatest thing the gods without have given us.
And I nod, I suppose. Because it seems to not understand my words.
Oh, poor creature, you can't speak. Oh, you might not have been gifted well enough. That's okay. Your friend speaks. That's good. Lucky her.
My
No,
friend?
that would come out as lucky it, not her.
Wait, my friend? Who's my friend?
It sort of, mildly loses, I guess maybe not loses interest in Pearl, but it does look at you, curious and trying to read your mysterious face.
Oh, so think Tristel's casting of illusions are speaking, maybe?
I can try casting another illusion. So I want to make I kind of want to dance. I want to create like an illusion of like water around me and like dancing with it and like twirling.
the creature immediately lets go of Kyra, and the whole image of it just splashes into the water, and another one will sprout out of a similar female form in the water, maybe 10 feet from the shoreline, dancing along with you as well, while like it sprays up little bits of water from around the pool. And with this, it will say, "See, this one understands how to speak."
Tristel, it understands
I guess
you.
we were all given different gifts in life.
It's mocking me. It says I'm not intelligent and I can't talk to it at all, and only you can talk to it, Tristel, apparently.
I don't know what I don't know what I'm saying to it though.
Well, you're saying something that it seems to like.
Now, to be clear, Tristel's not dancing. Tristel is chilling. There's just an illusion that's dancing. Or is Tristel dancing and there's an illusion of water?
Yeah, I'm kind of like playing with it. So there's like water and I'm kind of like dancing around it.
Okay, but you're not sitting with an illusion of a dance. You are actually...
Yes.
Gotcha,
Yes.
gotcha.
Could you create an illusion of a curious creature trying to ponder and walk into what the cave is in, and like trying to emphasize curiosity of what is in this cave?
Like a fish swimming toward the...
I was
curious
thinking
fish.
like a cat walking on water, like doing like parallax curiosity.
I'm trying to think of what that could be.
And there were no creatures in this water that we could see.
Just this one.
No magical creatures. We didn't really explore the water.
But we never saw any like fish or anything in the...
Nope.
So we're trying to create an illusion of something being curious, like...
It could match us, right?
I think a cat walking on the water being curious would be really cute.
Yeah.
Okay. So a cat specifically on the water and then like... doot, 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 doot,
Or like
when
walking
the-
over, like sniffing, looking into the cave, like journeying into the cave and being curious.
Okay.
The creature will reach out and try to touch the cat, which I think breaks the illusion right away. But it does try to interact with the creature upon it. And out comes a sort of a sad voice saying, "Oh, what happened to this one?
Oh, it's sad now.
You understand me, right? You did understand my words."
Is it looking toward any one of us?
No, it's just the spinning, dancing figure with the water up and down around it.
It's looking at Tristel, or...
I mean, when you dance, are you really focused on one thing?
I guess, yeah. What if I walk over to that hole and I look into it and I'm like looking intentionally curious about what's in there? I don't know how close I can get without like having to, I don't know, step into the water.
So you don't want to get to the water's edge, right? There's maybe a 6-inch area where some waves are sort of splashing on the ground
No.
due to all the disturbances. Yeah,
No,
so
that's not-
You're a little bit away and
Kind of
curious.
peeking in there and like looking like I would like to get over there, sort of.
It seems to mostly just be vibing with the rhythm and the movement that Tristan is doing.
I wonder if it's the illusions it's communicating with, or like song and dance.
Yeah.
I guess while it's chatty, I do just kind of want to like try playing a song again. This time, not just music, but like actually singing.
It will create a melody that goes along with the the sounds that you're making, and it will attempt to mirror your voice. But if you're trying to sing words that someone else is singing, you're lagging slightly behind them. The creature will do a surprisingly good job, a 16 out of 20, catching your words and throwing them back at you. But like someone who's singing along with the language they don't know, it's not great pronunciation. It's a little silly and hokey, But
Right.
It's trying. It's catching a lot of the syllables in its own weird tongue.
What do y'all think?
Bring a boat down here?
Bring a boat down here?
Would a boat fit?
Fit down the hole.
Probably not, but more to the point, there's not much in the way of boats already in town. The river's not big enough to really need a boat, so there's not really a boat laying about.
Right. That's problematic.
We could get the carpenter to come with us and like halfway put the boat together and then assemble it down here, maybe.
I feel like we could carry a canoe down the mines.
That's true. But it sounds like we need to make one.
Yeah.
A rudimentary canoe would not be a difficult thing to make. You would just get a log and you'd hollow out a section of the log and then shape the outside a little bit. Definitely doable. Probably in a few days even.
Well, that would...
Maybe we should do that next. Like, I don't know, because I feel like there's also like a bit to explore back here too.
Yeah, I think that would be neat, unless they're too busy building other things right now. It's really hard to communicate with it. It seems like it's understanding that we're at least somewhat intelligent. It seems to like you, Tristel, and you, Kyra, but it seems to doubt my ability to communicate. I don't know. It seems like a very curious creature, and it seems like it's mostly playing around, just wondering who we are. I don't... Yeah, it's hard for us to have any kind of two-way communication.
I know there may be someone in where's the city up north?
Fairport? Or Ipsum?
Some
Ipsum, yeah. Maybe we could find some answers there. But
Probably.
like close encounters.
Yeah.
You still have
think-
a lot of time left on your spell, but maybe you've reached the end of your testing and exploration.
Yeah, not really sure what else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think
Little
of
bit
anything
stumped.
else either. I mean, I guess I could just like stick around for a bit longer and just wait and see if it does anything
Just,
or
like,
says anything.
Sit,
Or
listen.
yeah, just sit in a corner and read a book until my spell runs out or something.
Yeah, you sit for a little while, and as the actions die down, as the dancing stops and the music playing stops, the creature sort of fades into the water. Maybe 15 minutes later, with you just sitting there, hanging out, the face will pop up again on its own and look about. And the head will cock to the side and say, "So, what are you doing?"
I'm just hanging out.
I wish I could speak to you. You're the only other things I've met around here, in this strange new land. You understand me, though, don't you?
I nod and I say yes.
Where did you come from?
And I point up toward the hole where...
It looks up. You must be an air creature. But you are made of solid things, so you must be a stone creature. Are you both? Air and stone?
I shrug,
that?
look a little confused.
Maybe.
Well, it's very nice of you to come visit.
I nod, I suppose.
Oh, so dumb.
I shake my head,
Oh,
cross my arms.
I'm sorry, you understood that? Oh, that must be rude. I'm so sorry. Are you?
I'm gonna look upset and
Is this
start
you?
walking toward the ladder.
Wait! Don't go! Hold
And then I
on.
stop.
We're finally
Down
getting
again.
somewhere. Do you is this? What do I say? How long have you had sentience?
I guess I will
indicate
display a
time.
number of fingers. So I will do my age in fingers.
I have no idea what that means. Maybe you're not quite there yet. Okay.
I like point to my fingers and like sort of count up to 20. I forget how old Pearl is, but
The creature will like crawl out of the water, leaving like a trail of it towards you as it approaches you, Pearl.
I will back up.
There's not that much cave, and it will leave like a trail of water going from the pool to you, and reach out a wet finger and poke one of your toe beans with it.
I flinch and just pull it back.
Sorry, did that hurt? I'm so sorry. And it like quickly retreats into the water. Oh my god, are you also a fire creature? Are you everything but me?
I don't. I guess I could like
don't
spit
look evil.
into my hand and show that there's water.
I was thinking that.
Oh my god, are you trapped in there? Here, do you need me to help get you out? And
I'll just say
again,
no,
crawls
and
towards
I
you.
back up again.
Okay, but you have water and earth and air in you all at the
nod.
same time.
Yes.
I'm gonna find a way to free you from that prison you're in. Let's see, how can we get the water out
I'm
of
not
you?
in a prison. I like being myself. I'm not in a prison. Are you in a prison? Would you like to get out? And I point at the hole up there.
Are there more of you poor trapped prisoners up there? Oh
I look a
my.
little confused.
Like point at the creature and then point at the hole.
Yeah, like pointing at the creature and then pointing at the hole.
Do we have a bucket?
What does it
That
mean?
was my pitch. We just.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could go get a bucket and see what it thinks about it, but...
Although it said that like being down here was a gift and it really likes being down here, so it probably doesn't want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Okay, maybe you have enough of a gift to be able to answer this question.
And I nod.
Where were you before you came to this strange place?
And I point to the hole again.
Okay,
And
so you
point
come
extra
from
hard,
way
as if it's
up
like
there.
further.
Okay, so you're definitely an air creature.
Such a deep question.
Did you can you show me the shape you used to have before you took that form?
Draw yourself.
Ooh, cat.
I mean, wait, I guess I do have prestidigitation. So I can make small things, right? But I guess it doesn't...
Yeah, small, obvious illusions. Yeah, really small things.
But I can't do, like, fine details, right? Or...
The Tristell's spell could get you your face in an illusion form that would be finely detailed.
Okay. Are both of you still in the
You
cave,
like-
by the way? I don't know if you were waiting
Yeah,
around
I
when
think
I was
we'd hang
doing
around.
that.
Yeah,
sure.
we'll
Yeah.
wait with you.
Yeah, I guess I can just point to myself. That should work.
No, I think having Tristel cast a image would be most clear.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If you are up for that.
Okay. I will create a little pearl.
You were just smaller.
And I nod.
But you... Now, come on. What form did you have first? This can't be your first form.
I point to the illusion again.
Are you really telling me that this is your first form?
I create another illusion. I'm like, okay, maybe. Well, like, what does it want? Does it want you as a baby, and I want to create like a little kitten, little baby pearl.
Oh my god, it's adorable. What is this thing?
Tristel, that's embarrassing. This is me as a kid. Don't
Yeah,
show
look how
that.
cute you were. Look how cute you were.
No, blush and look away.
Well, strange friends who visit from time to time. Is there anything I can do for you? Is there a way that I can give you voice or greater sentience? Is there a way I can improve the gift you've been given?
Oh yeah, I will translate
It wiggles
for the
back
rest
at
of
you.
the party, sort of.
Yeah.
For most of all of these things, I guess.
Okay. I want to like go up to the water and like offer a hug.
I think I want to.
We'll
Okay.
reciprocate your hug. You will come away sopping wet, but emotionally warm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm happy. We've befriended this. It thinks we're dumb, but it loves
I want
us.
to point at the cave and be curious.
I don't know what it says.
Oh.
They're all so dumb, but so cute. If you want to go, you can go. I'm here. I'm just chilling.
All right. I'll take that as a sign. I'm gonna take off my armor and go on an adventure. Let's do it. Let's go.
Oh
Jeez.
my god. What?
All right, the armor comes off.
Because I pointed out the cave and she said like you can go into that cave. Was that?
Oh, I thought you were pointing towards the cave.
Oh
way up.
no! Sorry.
Okay.
I was
you're
pointing at
towards
the.
Oh right. Oh, gotcha. I got it. Okay, hold on. Reframe that.
Okay, I'll delete what she said from my memory.
So you point towards the deeper part of the cave in which the water extends, and the creature looks at you and goes, "Oh, do you want to go further?"
I nodded.
Oh. Okay. I'll walk with you.
Okay, Kyra, it seems to be wanting to join you.
Okay. let's go for it.
Go for a swim.
All right. The water in this cave is cold. Oh my god, is it cold? It's deep under. But it's fine. It's fine. You're
It's
a big
fine.
tough
It's
warrior.
fine. Yeah.
And it's deep. This pool of water is very deep. You're not going to be able to walk on the bottom. You're going to have to like swim and like grip onto the side to move yourself around.
I'm a good swimmer.
Totally doable. However, you will soon be leaving the well-lit
Ah, shit.
area as you head back into this
right.
channel, and it's going to get dark.
No.
It's
I
going to
mean-
get real dark.
We do have torches, but I'm not sure if, like, is it possible to swim with a torch with the aid from the elemental?
I mean, like, I personally can absolutely swim with a torch on my own. Like,
Yeah,
as
long the
Ashley, I
seas
can
aren't
swim
rough.
with a torch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure,
It's
like,
doable.
I'll keep a mental bearing in my head of, like, aware of my surroundings, of if the torch goes out, then I know, like, okay, this wall, I need to follow it this way to get back. Sort of thing.
Gotcha. So you keep a hand on one thing as you go forwards. That way you're always... Yeah. The channel goes back and back and back and then begins to twist and wind, and then it forks into 3 different directions.
Oh no.
But you can feel a tug at this point. You can feel like a pulling sensation, like a current leading you down the middle fork.
Yeah, let's follow the elemental, because I assume it's the elemental.
Right. While Ashley recedes into the darkness and the light of her torch fades away, leaving Tristel and Pearl on the shore by themselves, the water elemental long gone as well.
I also want to make sure, like, vaguely keep track of time. I don't want to spend more than, like, 15 or 20 minutes. So just to make sure I don't get exhausted and I can swim back.
That's very responsible of you. Well done. But in the meantime, what do the other two party members do?
I'm
Ashley's
concerned.
gone.
I'm scared of this very tight little tunnel, and I don't like water, and Kyra is someone I look up to, and she's such a good protector, and she's gone, and it's scary. I don't know. I'm a little spooked. I'm just sitting, like, waiting for Kyra to come back.
Yeah, should one of us go after her? Oh, Pearl, I know you're not a fan of swimming. I'm a fair swimmer.
Yeah, I mean, that would be good. I don't know if she's stuck there or what might happen.
Would you be fine here on your own?
Yeah, I think so. As long as I don't have to swim, I'm fine.
I feel like I should have reassured you two before I headed out of when I expected to be back.
That's fine.
I'm still a little sus. I kind of want to, like, start swimming after her.
I mean, you're already wet, like, fully after the
Yeah,
bug, so-
I'm already wet, so it's like, what's it gonna do?
So into the water goes Tristel, chasing after Kyra. You'll be able to, as you go through these twists and turns, you'll be able to catch the light from her torch and easily find her without any problems, leaving just Pearl.
No. Leaving just the other two, and then we can follow their adventure.
We will follow their adventures.
don't know.
Absolutely. But Pearl, you're alone in the dark. Well, I guess there's maybe a torch or two, but the dimly lit, very wet cave.
Not this
all by
music.
What's going through your mind, Pearl, while you're all alone in the dark?
I'm scared. I don't like this at all. I mean, we've been curious about this place for a long time, but I don't like being alone, and it's spooky, and I don't know. I guess I'm just nervously looking into the tunnel, and looking down into the water every now and then, back up to the hole, wishing we were all on safe ground.
Give me a perception check, Pearl.
Oh my god.
This is a fake roll. Sometimes DMs just ask for fake rolls just to, like, add
fine.
tension.
Yeah,
so
it's
this
really
is
fine.
like just one of those things, you know?
Yep. Nothing to worry about.
I still need the roll, even if it doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything.
I'm trying to find my perception.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
very
just checking.
perceptive right now.
Okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's fine. See, it's fine. It was a high roll. It's fine.
Just for funsies.
Yeah. The rest of the party is heading through the twisting, turning caverns before you. And soon, Kyra, you will hear the sounds of Tristel catching up to you. It's pretty obvious that something is swimming after you, and if you look behind you, eventually, Tristel comes into view.
I say, oh, hello. How do you do? Long time no see.
We were worried about you, so
Yeah,
I'm just coming along.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Was it, what exactly is back here? Have you found anything yet?
Yeah, so that fork back there, I felt that elemental pulling me in the middle fork. Did you feel a current there, just to check?
She
A
did.
bit. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm not sure. Do we want to keep going down this path, or when do you
Yeah,
want to
15,
head
20
back?
minutes. Let's do an explore for a bit. See what happens.
Sure. Keep swimming.
All right. Very soon, maybe another 200 feet forward and through a little bit more of twisting, you will come to an area where the ceiling sort of comes down below the water level, and there's just like a completely underwater passage, and the current here is stronger. There's
I'm
some
gonna
sort of
say-
like sucking force pulling you under the ceiling, completely
geez.
underwater.
This is a nope, especially with the current. I have heard many horror stories about divers and caves and currents and sad times.
Yep.
So I'm gonna head back.
Yeah, let's turn back.
Great. You turn back. You make it back to Pearl, who is anxiously waiting for you, but otherwise completely intact and looking exactly the same as she was when you left her.
I was so scared. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're
We're
back.
fine. It's fine.
What did you find back
It's
there?
just a cave.
Yeah, so there's a fork. 3 different paths to the fork. We took the middle one since there was a current. I'm not actually sure if it was an elemental or just the tides pulling us through there, or some sort of current.
What did you find at the end?
We didn't actually get to the end, I don't think. There was an underwater section, and I did not want to go underwater, so I don't want to drown. Fun facts.
Yeah, I don't want you to drown either.
Yeah, so we should probably eventually, or could right now, explore the other 2 sides of the fork to see if there's anything interesting down there.
If you do, just please go together. Don't split up. Just stick together and be safe.
Okay.
Yeah. Do a similar timed thing, I think.
Okay. Similar
Little
time. You're going to go all the way to the current, all the way to where there's that pulling underwater and...
No, to the fork.
Oh, we're to the fork.
fork.
So
Left
instead of
side
going down the
fork
middle.
and the right side of the fork.
Gotcha. Excellent. Which route would you like to take? Left or right?
Let's do left first, because I think by default I'm going to be holding the torch in my right hand and my left hand is on the wall. That's how I've been imagining this.
Very soon, at the moment you head down that left fork, you realize that there is a pressure coming from the left fork, like a current flowing that way. You would now be flowing against the current.
Are we
Strong
strong
current
enough
or
to
similar
still swim that
strength?
way?
You can. With the wall at your side, you can definitely kick yourself and hold and kick and hold and make your way against the current. It's not so strong that it's impassable.
What is the water elemental doing right now? Is it helping them, or?
You know, she said that she was going to come with you, but you haven't actually seen her.
Okay.
Them.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll go to the end of this passageway.
It opens after some twists and turns. It opens up into a vast lake, probably farther across than you can see. When you get to the edge, you just see like water into the darkness and little glints off in the distance. You don't see any shore. The ceiling is not particularly high where you are. If the water is up to your neck, you have maybe what is this? Like 3 feet of space above you. To until you hit solid stone, and the chamber slowly opens and rises to create more space, but you can't really see how tall it goes. Maybe at the edge of your vision, it's maybe 6 feet above the water line, and it's just a big lake.
Okay.
This is-
I think I would want to come back here with a canoe or something next time.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to make sure that we quick explore the left and the right sections to see if they're immediately blocked off, and making a canoe would be pointless. Is basically my goal here. So in that sense, I don't think we really need to explore the right-hand side, but I guess why not? Because
Yeah.
we already figured out the goal.
We know
of
that there's something
a canoe is probably helpful.
here, yeah.
And I make a mental note of how narrow it gets in places, how tight the canoe needs to be, etc.
Okay. Going down the other side, what we're calling the right passage. Again, it sort of winds and twists, and it's not a clear line of sight thing. But eventually, the ground gets much more shallow until you find that you can walk, and the water comes up to maybe your your different heights. So for Kyra, it'll come up to the middle of your sternum. Tristel, you probably still can't touch the ground yet.
Yep.
And you'll see protruding out of this room are these very large quartz crystals. When I say very large, I mean 2.5 feet across. Very sheer, large angles on them. and it forms like a shallow grotto. The water, the ground slowly rises all the way up until there's a little shoreline with maybe 3 feet of shore around it, and just dozens of like massive 2-foot crystals, and then hundreds of much smaller crystals, and then thousands of like little tiny ones for like when you cut open a geode, and you get that like geode effect all along the walls, and then like larger crystals coming out all over the place. And as you move into the shallow end, the water elemental will appear, sticking out of the water about to mid-sternum.
Shoot, we don't have a translator.
Nope.
Oh, we don't have a translator.
Will show all the way about, and it will seem very animated.
Yeah, and I'll be like, wow, this is like
It's head to the side,
Wow,
so beautiful.
this is your
I'm
house?
just like, amazing.
head to the side, and then do this, and then do this, and then disappear beneath the waves.
Aw. I guess if we're in the shallow area where like I can touch finally, I'm really interested in these crystals, so I want to like, I guess maybe, I don't know how much out of the water I can get, but I want to like ritual cast detect magic, while we're in this area.
Totally. You can get all the way out of the water if you would like, and you can sit on the shore or stand on the shore and ritual cast detect magic, and everything here will give off that same moderate strength of magic. The crystals, the ground, the water, the everything. Oof.
Okay. Cool. It's moderate, right?
Things to explore.
Moderate. Everywhere.
So that's more than there is normally.
Everything is moderate at this point.
Okay.
Yes. This is the new norm.
Right, because it's increased from when it was just kind of faint. Okay, so that checks out then. I guess I'll relay this information to Kyra, and yeah, I'm not sure what else there is in here to explore.
Seems like with all these crystals, I would have hoped that this would be the source of magic, but it seems not to be. Yeah, well, I am not a crystal expert. I'm not sure what's going on here. Don't know really what to explore. I'll take a quick stroll around to see if there's anything unusual. See if there's any other exits or anything like that.
I mean, you live with a talking cat and you're in a crystal room with a water elemental. I don't know what qualifies as unusual anymore, but it appears that there's nothing extra that I haven't described already.
Yeah, I think we can head back, explore later
Yep.
when we have more tools and more expertise.
Yep, it's an easy thing to make your way all the way out. You'll meet back up with Pearl, and as you all prepare your exit, the creature will poke its head above the ground, above the water, and say to at least Pearl as you all exit, "Goodbye, goodbye, friends. Come back soon."
And I was like, goodbye, and wave my hand.
Oh, and I guess I hear Pearl waving, and is it?
It's
Bye!
saying goodbye.
Goodbye!
Say goodbye to it.
That means goodbye? Are you saying goodbye to me?
And I nod.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh my gosh.
And then you leave. You can see that the miners that were there taking their break, which is now extended into a long lunch, are watching eerily as you climb back up the rope ladder.
My spell lasts for exactly one lunch, so it works out.
Do you bring the rope ladder back up, or are you going to let it hang?
I think we can let it hang, right?
How expensive is it to replace? Pretty cheap, probably.
You know, rope is in high demand and short supply here. So it's a little more expensive than it would normally be. Actually, quite a bit more expensive than it would normally be, but we're still talking only on the order of, I don't know, 7 or 8 gold.
Yeah, I think it's fine to leave it down then.
Okay. And the sheet of vellum that's supposed to keep out the sound, do you replace it?
Yep.
Excellent. There are plenty of curious questions from the people present. without having to go into all the detail, what level of information do you relay to the population of the mine?
I think I want to report to Barnaby first. I'm going to deflect any questions of Barnaby first, and then we can inform the town in a town gathering.
Splendid. Yeah. Well, let's just skip right to that then. You head out the mine, you find Mayor Barnaby. Mayor Barnaby. Over here.
Yes.
Mayor Barnaby is sitting back with greasy fingers over his slightly larger than normal belly and some chicken bones next to him with some crumbs across his lap as you come into his office. And he looks at you with a very content, lazy gaze and goes, Khyperia, welcome. What have you got for me today?
We have new developments in the water elemental story. We've managed to speak with it, or rather, it speak to us, and some new things going on.
Good. Did you get to the gold down there?
No, unfortunately not.
What a shame.
I think I will divulge into a very formal report, not noticing that Barnaby is not super interested, and just bore his ass off. Overly detailed.
Nods, keeps track of the things. Okay. So you danced with the creature and not much else.
Aren't you excited about this?
Oh, don't forget the wine. We also drank wine
Yeah,
with
we
it.
gave it wine, and like it seems to be intelligent and it speaks to us. It's really cool, isn't it?
You know, I wish I could be a town sheriff and get paid to dance and drink with strange creatures in exotic locations. Sounds like a cush job, Khyperia.
I look a little disappointed that he didn't really pick up the danger in the story of how spooky it was to swim down that cavern.
It seems to have gone completely over his head. Like, yeah, so you were in the water, big fucking deal. Great. Well, when we can extract those precious metals or crystals, you said crystals.
Yes.
Let us know. I bet giant quartz crystals could sell for a lot somewhere in the world.
Sure.
You're wizards of some kind, he says to Tristel and Pearl. You need crystals for stuff, right?
I mean, sometimes, I guess.
See, look at all the money down there that's just waiting to be plucked. I'm sure you'll find a way to dispatch that creature one way or another.
What do you mean by that?
Get rid of it so that we can, get
Oh,
the
like
good
move
stuff
it
out.
somewhere else? Yeah.
Yeah,
Find a new
did-
home
you
for
know.
it. In case it wants to. It might want to stay there. We don't know that.
Did you ask it?
I tried, but we are having some communication issues. It seems like
Yeah, I heard at length.
it doesn't think I'm intelligent. Can you imagine that? It's really rude.
You're a very intelligent person, Pearl. Highly intelligent. That is beyond doubt.
Right? Thanks.
Wise wisdom is another question altogether, but that sounds like this thing is pretty smart.
It does.
Yeah.
It seems to communicate with us, and it seems to be curious about us. But it was really hard to talk about it. We couldn't really get any more information out of it than just noticing that it was curious, and yeah.
Well, this is for better minds than me to solve. I'll leave you to it. But remember, gold, silver, crystals, who knows? There could be platinum down there.
Very
Do
possible.
you see any platinum?
There were all sorts of things along the walls, but I'm not sure if we saw any platinum.
Well,
Not to our knowledge.
is there anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Great. I've got an appointment with my bed. I'll see you later.
Indeed.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Get something.
take a trip over the carpenter, get up the boat commission going,
Yes.
and then call a town meeting and just explain briefly what happened to the town. I don't know if we need to go into detail with all that.
We don't. You are going to be busy explaining to the town. And while you are busy explaining everything to the town, I would like Tristel and Pearl to make me perception checks at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh my god, the music every time.
God damn it.
So Pearl gets a 7, Tristel gets an 11. Tristel, there's something that you have noticed here. You know how you've got those like 3 followers who are always showing up and like doting on you and giving you gifts and like showing up at your front door and offering like weird massages. They're kind of like well-meaning but super awkward.
Yep.
Well, one of those, the young lad of those 3 seems to be like he's hanging out at the edge of the town meeting space, and you can see like his body language is showing that he's like nervous and uncomfortable. Like he's watching and his hand is sort of like rattling on the railings of the canyon walkway, and his foot is sort of tapping. And as soon as the meeting ends, he like backs away a little bit from the group pretty quickly without talking to anyone else. And then once he's maybe 20 or 30 feet, he turns and doesn't outright run, but moves very quickly up the canyon.
Okay, I observe this happening. I want to get Pearl's attention. I'm assuming we're like standing together. I just want to grab her, like, Pearl, follow me. Something's weird.
What's up?
And there's just follow me. And I want to like run after him. Definitely giving sus vibes.
You can catch up to him pretty quickly if you would like, or I don't want to dictate your actions. When you say catch,
I guess we can.
I kind of want to just follow after him. Yeah, and like kind of quietly. Like I want to keep a distance. I want to explain to Pearl like there's someone is acting a bit strange. I'm a bit nervous for them, so I just want to like keep an eye on what they're doing.
Yeah.
Would the both of you make me stealth checks at advantage? Advantage because it's sort of dark. This is your home with lots of sort of cover, and this is also in the directions of Pearl's house, so it would be very easy to pass off yourselves as just going there. But both of you make me stealth checks. Ooh, those are great stealth checks. The lad either doesn't notice you or doesn't realize that you're following him if he does notice you. And you'll see he slips onto the ground on the north side of the canyon and heads upriver outside of the town, leaving the town behind, heading to that narrow passage that you have to cross water, and just going upriver.
Wait, does he go into the river, or
Yeah,
where
he crosses
are
the
we?
river. If we come to the map, I think I brought you here. Yeah. You will be able to see him go this way, this way, this way. And then at a certain point, you're going to lose sight of him. Like when he crosses this narrow passage, I think is when you're going to lose sight, or you'll have to venture into that zone.
I mean, I can climb these canyons relatively easily, so I can make my way up the cliff and sort of keep following.
Yeah, I guess it's a little hard for me to chase after, so I'll just ask Pearl, can you maybe like see where he's going?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay. This is where you make your stealth check opposed by his perception check, and he'll have disadvantage because it's dark and he doesn't have infravision. And let me just do this roll in secret. 2d20, drop the highest. 1 plus something. Oh, wow. He rolls a 2 on his perception check, so don't botch your stealth check, Pearl.
Wait, do I need to re-roll stealth?
Yeah, we need a new one, because you've left the town, and we're now climbing on walls and stuff.
Advantage or just a normal?
Regular one. You're fine. Good, yeah. A 1 was the only thing that could wreck you here. You rolled very, very poorly. The kid leaves town, and he keeps going, and he keeps going until he arrives at the Draconian Watchtower. There, he waves his arms to the watchtower and calls out in a very loud whisper. I'm going to need you to make me like a DC 18 perception check to catch the loud whisper. Nope, not at all. And then one of the Draconians will scurry down from the watchtower. The young lad will approach the creature, and then the Draconian will lead the young lad up this side canyon past the watchtower.
Is it possible for me to follow along without being detected?
It would be your stealth check versus the perception check of anything that might be watching you. You rolled a 1, so at this moment in time, you're pretty confident that there's nothing around. But there could be something in that watchtower who's like well hidden, observing you. Maybe there was only 1 Draconian in the watchtower. Maybe there's 12. You have no idea. So you could follow, but it's going to be another opposed stealth roll if there's an observer.
Like, do I have to follow right behind on like the main path, or can I just climb the walls and like keep my distance?
You can climb the walls, but climbing the walls is going to be a little bit. It'll put you in a more advantageous position to hide, but you're going to have to move a lot faster because you'll have to scramble up and scramble down and jump while they just can easily walk on smooth ground. So the haste with which you go will make your movements a little more obvious.
Yeah.
So you can do it, but it's still going to be just a regular stealth check. You're in?
This is difficult because like our relationship with the Draconians, we are in a place where like I could just walk past the Draconian outpost and it wouldn't be sus. But if I'm sneaking on a cliff or whatever, then it is sus all of a sudden.
Yeah. And are they going to recognize that this is Pearl of the town, or are they going to think it's just an animal and shoot?
You know, I think I'm just gonna wait by the tower, like at a place where I can be pretty hidden behind a tree or something, and just wait and see if they come back or something.
Half an hour later, the Draconian and the young lad comes back. There seems to be some sort of final word of communication between the two of them, and then the Draconian scurries back up the tower, and the lad heads back to town.
Okay. Where's Tristel? Like, have you been waiting?
Back.
Or...
Yeah, I've been waiting for you.
Okay. Because I think I'm still going to be sneaking along the walls so that they don't detect me as they start heading back.
Yeah, and I want to be keeping watch too if anyone's obviously coming my way to obscure myself.
No one else comes your way other than the people who like live on that side of town, but then they're on their proper boardwalks. The first thing you'll notice of interest, Tristel, is the splashing sounds as the young lad re-enters that channel and comes back in your direction. Would you like to remain hidden from him, or would you like to confront him?
You know, I'm gonna play dumb. I want to, he's coming back up that way. Pearl's old house is there. I want to be like in that area and like visible to him when he's coming back. Like there's no way he can't run into me.
Gotcha. All right, so you'll be hanging out right by Pearl's house when he comes trotting along the shore, and he'll stop, surprised to see you, and then look at you. Oh, What? It's Lady Tristel! What are you doing out here this late at night?
Oh, hello. Oh, so my dear friend Pearl, her home is here. I check up on it every now and then. Funny I should ask you the same question. Why are you out here?
Just catching some cool, fresh air now that the ash is gone. It's so much nicer out here, he says. And would you give me an insight check against this young lad? Four and 3 is 8? No, 4 and 3 is 7. I can do math, I swear. Seven is a -2 on his. So he rolls a 7 on this. You roll a 12. Yeah. You can catch that this, like, I'm just out for some midnight air, is like a very quickly and awkwardly improvised thing. And he's very clearly lying or making up some bullshit.
Yeah.
He's got that nervous persona of a kid caught with his hand canned in the candy jar.
Yeah, I don't buy that at all. And I just want to give him like a stern look and just be silent for a moment and let that lie hang in the air and say, "Oh, is that so?" Very sternly, I don't believe you.
Give me an intimidation check. Okay.
Can I make my way up behind him?
Yes.
Because I'm clearly seeing Tristel having this conversation, so I figured I could just
Yes.
walk along the river and come up from behind him.
Mm-hmm. He gets real close to you, like he's got a secret to share with you, and he'll like breach that uncomfortable distance that people would normally speak at, and he'll lower his voice even though there's no one else around, and say, I've been given a secret task which I'm not supposed to tell anyone about.
What secret?
He whirls, surprised to see Pearl showing up behind him. Hi, Pearl. How are you?
Oh, I was just out for a walk, catching some fresh air. How
Unbelievable.
funny I run
Is his
into
lie.
you.
Were you upriver, Pearl?
Yeah, just like you. I was just curious what you were doing there.
What'd you see?
That's what I was going to ask you. What did you see?
Yes, what secret?
What did you see?
Look, you can just be honest with us, okay? You don't have anything to fear from us, okay? Just be honest. We only care for the
Everything to
safety
fear
of this
from
town.
Kyra.
He pulls his hand out of his pocket, and in his palm are 2 golden coins with unusual faces stamped on them. Clearly foreign money from a distant area that hasn't been circulated here. Just talking with our friends
The
that
Draconians?
help guard the north side of town. With the scales and the wings.
I want to try a different approach because he's clearly scared out of his mind. I want to take a step forward and grab like his hands with mine, like take both of them in my hand and like look at him in the eye and be like, you can tell us anything. If you've done something, just tell us.
No, they offered me money if I tell them. Apparently the light is really sensitive and they don't want to scare anyone, and so they want to know what's happening. They want to be part of society, but they're worried about scaring people, and so just to know what's going on, they give me some money, and I tell them of any of the really interesting things that happen in town. And look, they gave me 2 gold. Normally it's just silver.
What have you told them? Tell us everything.
Well, I told them all about the the creature and the dancing and the music. I told them all about your music and how it brought the water elemental to life and how it caused the water elemental to communicate and how you're responsible for like the great discoveries that we found down there and just how, you know, how brilliant and amazing you are. And oh my God, I'm doing it again, aren't I?
Oh, dear child. Pearl, we need to go to Khyperia. You're coming with us, I say directly to him, and grab him by the hand. And we're taking him there. He doesn't know what he's done.
Excitedly, he grips your hand tightly and hurries with you back to Khyperia.
Okay,
Khyperia
so
by
dragging the lad. Khyperia.
Yeah. By now the town's
There's-
disbanded.
yeah.
Everyone's come back to do their thing. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, Tristel.
Oh no. So yeah, I guess where's Khyperia? What's happening?
Probably chilling with her spear people. Guards. That's the word.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we walk up to her. Khyperia, can we have a word?
Yeah, of course.
Very
What's up?
urgent eyes. We should go somewhere private to talk.
Yeah, sheriff's office seems reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Interrogation
in.
room with one lamp above the table.
Or lamp hanging down. Just the three of you and this young lad who's still holding on to Tristel's hand like this is the greatest moment of his entire life.
Yeah, I'm now's the time where I'm like, take my hand away. Please tell her everything you've told us and have him explain like what the Draconians have had him do.
I mean, they wanted information about what's happening in the town because they're afraid if they come into town, people are going to be scared. And since they're friends, I figured it's okay if they know what's happening here because they're our friends and they're our neighbors. And they helped fight those magmans and they keep us safe. And so it seemed sort of acceptable. And they were paying me, and I don't really have a lot of money. And you know, there's jobs available. You know, this seems like an easier way to do it. And then there's money coming into the town from outside of the town. We're all getting more wealthy. And I told them all about the water elemental and how Tristel is so amazing with the music that she can communicate with beasts from other worlds. And, you know, so that's what I did.
Okay, so I think it's...
You're not mad, are you?
I think it's good that we're trying to have a good relationship with the Draconians and that we're communicating with them and whatnot, but keep in mind that some of the information that we share with the townspeople is kind of sensitive, and some of it might compromise our security if word gets out to other people, because it seems like the world out there is kind of scary.
I mean, shouldn't everyone know how amazing Tristel is?
I pull up a chair and put my hands on the table and ask, like, do you know what the Draconians want most of all?
No.
I start giving a little lesson on what Draconians are and how they reproduce and what they're after. And then I'm like, do you know what a water elemental is?
No.
It is a large source of magic. Can you imagine what the Draconians will do when they hear that we have a water elemental in town?
No. They'll get rid of it for us so we can get the stuff out of the mine?
I get real close to his face and whisper invasion.
I thought they were friends.
They are friends in the sense that they want what we have. And they have captured us, they have attacked us before.
Friendly.
They are creatures who can be bargained with, but they are not to be trusted.
I'm sorry, I think I did something wrong.
I nod, but I'm like, it's okay. Just do not ever speak to the Draconians again. Let us deal with this.
But
Or maybe
I
they
told
can...
them I'd come back.
I guess it's fine if they have friendly conversations. Just don't divulge any information that might be sensitive.
No, I'm not gonna let this person talk to the Draconians.
Oh, okay.
No, there's no way. Not unsupervised.
So, what?
You better
What do
listen
we
to
do?
Kyra.
We are going to go to talk to the Draconians tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And figure out what the heck you've done.
I'm sorry, I thought I was helping.
You didn't know. Just don't go near there. Please stay far away from there. We don't know if they know that we know you've been sharing information. We just want to keep you safe. So please stay far away.
Okay.
Whew. Okay. Glad we got that figured out.
Yep. Is there anything else you want to share about the Draconians?
Yeah.
Who did you talk to?
I talked to the bronze one.
Did you catch their name?
Spellcaster?
Did he give you a name?
Did I give you guys a name for this guy yet?
Mm-mm.
But you
I
did
don't
give
think
us
we've
one
had
gold.
one that we can talk to. Yeah.
What was the last draconian name that you got?
We had, well, the OG one was Braxis, and then we had Thoraxis,
And
then
Thoraxis.
was there any
Rip.
other?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Thoraxis was the one that turned to dust in front of us.
Mhm.
Right. Okay, cool. So we have not been introduced to this one yet.
No, I don't think so.
Sar is this one's name.
Sar.
Tsar. Sar.
Damn.
Spooky.
I spoke to Sar. They have past the watchtower and up that side canyon. They've got like a cave that they've built a base in, like a camp in.
Is Sar their leader, or?
Well, Sar's the one who seems to know what's up and talks. Is the one is the one I talk to.
They speak the common tongue?
Sar does, yeah.
How many of them are there?
Let me do math. I don't know, 30? Like a couple different colors.
Okay.
Did they seem to trust you, or like you, or were they distrustful?
Yeah. No, they gave me gold.
How did you meet in the first place?
Well, I was walking out at night, singing one of Tristel's new songs that she had made, and they heard me and approached me and said that my song sounded really nice, and they asked me to sing it for them, and I did, and they said it was really good, and then they asked what was happening in town, and they said that they didn't want to scare anyone by coming in themselves, but they still wanted to, be part of everything, and that if I would, just tell them what's going on, which is like the local gossip and rumors, that they would, give me some money, and so I would tell them about this and that, and
What song
the
was
apple
it?
pies that got made. Oh my god! And he just like goes off on like this huge nerd rant of like this song that Tristel said, and this is the meaning in the lyrics. In case you didn't get it, Pearl, because like not everyone gets Tristel's music. Because I know you travel with her and you hang out with her, but like you don't focus on the music. I know
didn't
you
hear
just,
the
like,
remix.
yeah.
No, but like, what's it really about? And this is like obviously very stressful and frustrating, but I'm also loving him like divulging these like interpretations of my songs, and I'm just gonna like step back and be like, yeah, you get it.
Like a way deeper meaning than you intended for every song.
Yeah, I love it.
so that's how we met, and I told them what was going on with the small things, and I told them about the you told them about the undead alligator. You've mentioned to someone the undead alligator story, I think. When you came back.
Probably.
Yeah, because I sang a song about
Right.
them in the dead of night.
Right. And so he'll tell, I told him about the undead alligators and the zombies and, the city with the river, all the cool stuff that's going on, and also the boring stuff, like the pie competition. Oh, you guys were gone when we had the pie competition. Well, I told him that, old Mr. McMillan's pie won first place this year. They were pretty interested about that.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet child. You've told them everything, haven't you?
I thought I was helping.
I mean, I guess it is good to have a good relationship with the Draconians. I feel like we should... I just feel like we should communicate with the Draconians in a more official manner, rather than going through one person back channel.
And with hearsay, too.
They said they trusted me, that I was a good communicator.
Maybe we can... What if we have town meetings with the Draconians as well? Where we update them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That...
They have their elemental though, which is, I feel like they don't need communication anymore.
What do you mean?
Because they're after a source of magic. I would imagine elementals have shitload of magic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the properties of the cave could... Or like, they want resources that are down there for,
Are draconians
building
really
their army
after-
and stuff.
Riches though? I feel like they're not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're after, like... What's the word? Like,
Spawning.
supremacy. Like, yeah. For there to be lots of them.
Wait, hang on. I might be misremembering something. Do they already have dragon eggs or not? Do we know?
I'm pretty sure they were looking for them, but they
Okay.
didn't
They were
have any.
looking...
And they also didn't have a magic source.
No.
Okay.
So do we want to set up a more cordial, official relationship with them?
Yeah,
Where
I
we
think
can
so.
have
If they want.
a diplomat
Yeah,
who can...
maybe we can go talk to them under, like, not divulging that we know that they've been, employing a spy.
We can just update them on the situation, I suppose.
Yeah, and use that as an opportunity, like, oh, we've been discussing it, this is something we'd like to set up.
I think already in our negotiations earlier, I was like, hey, you tell us if you find anything, we'll tell you if we find anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we take our last break right here, and we'll come back on the other side with a little more Embers of the Wilds.
All right.
Yes.
We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. I actually never check how long the breaks are, but something like that.
That's true.
Great. Perfect.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Embers of the Wilds. Everything was fine in the town. There were no problems, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Wow. Nice.
We're talking about the Draconians, right?
Yeah, it's all fine.
It's all fine. It's all fine.
It's fine,
So
fine.
I think by now you've let the poor lad go. We should probably name this young lad. I think we had a name for him once. Did we?
Oh, yeah, we
name
did.
it?
Wait, the lad?
I can't remember the groupie's names off the top of my head.
I think I wrote it down somewhere. Or maybe not.
No? did. Well, this lad's name is gonna be
Oh my
Warrant.
gosh.
What?
Warrant.
Like it,
Warrant. Okay.
like for his arrest for being a spy.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, it comes from the warranty void if seal broken on my hard drive from 1985 or whenever this is, that I for some reason keep with me
It's
anyway.
a cool looking hard drive.
But it has hold on, let me tell you. What's 1998, and it
Okay.
has, I think it's 16 megabytes of RAM on it. No, read only. No, it's read and write of memory.
Mhm.
I think it's got 16 megs.
Nice.
Pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Uh huh. Uh huh. I can't find the details. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It does coincidentally, though, work out for him if he might have a warrant out for his arrest now. And that is now his name.
Is Adaptec also from that hard drive?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
I do believe that is. Yep. Adaptec is here and Cache is here. So.
Such a coincidence that the entire cast is on that hard drive.
Wow.
Whoa, what a coincidence.
Yeah, just wait until we get someone named Quantum.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a cool.
That is a good name. Okay, that's enough of old hard drives.
Never enough.
Warrant. I plugged it in like 10 years ago and it still worked. It's got like Windows 3.1 and DOS on it. But, you know, it's a functional.
It's fine.
It's fine. You've got warrants with you. You're in the canyon. It's late at night. What are you doing?
Is it still the 14th? That's the day we went to the cave, I think.
Yes, it is that same day.
Right, or night, I guess, evening?
Yeah, evening.
Yeah. Okay, I think we should talk to the Draconius the day after, probably, and see if we can set up some sort of arrangement with them.
And I want to post an extra guard to make sure we're like actively, because this is very dangerous night, and especially watching the entrance to the cave.
Yeah. Yeah, like overnight, I guess it would be good if we're readily available if something happens.
Yeah, so when you say you're posting an extra guard, what is this guard's position and duty?
Probably keep watch,
Like,
right? If they start
Yeah.
coming toward town, rather than guarding the literal entrance.
Okay, so keep a watch on the west side of town.
Yep. I think I want to have 2 guards posted tonight instead of just 1 or whatever. One across from Burl's place on that boardwalk hop there, which has a good vantage point of people trying to come in.
Here?
Like over along this.
Oh, okay, over here. Oh, okay, from Pearl's house, not Lydia's house. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. And then another one by the mine entrance.
Perfect.
Which
And
is
if
this
they
one?
were to see a Draconian showing up, what is their job?
They're going to get murdered if they try to engage, so their job is to alert.
You in particular, or the 3 of you, or...
We could raise
I think
the.
ideally the rest of the guard and our 2 adventurers, as well as making sure the town in general is awake enough in case some shit starts going down.
Do we want to activate the town bells, or is that going to be too hostile, sort of? Or
If they come sneaking in at night, I don't think they've done that before. Have they done that before?
I'm not
Well-
sure.
They did sneak through the town at
Yes.
once at
Yeah.
night, going like all the way from the west to the east.
Yeah, I think town bells would be appropriate.
But they have to be
Yeah.
able to travel through town without setting off the alarm, right? Like that should be a normal thing for them to do.
Um,
Or at least it has been so far, right?
Yeah, so I think the ideal world situation is for the Draconians to see a guard, wave to them, be like, hey, we're going through town now, and not be secretive about it. And if they indicate to the guards of like, hey, we're just peacefully passing through here, then we'll let them peacefully pass through. But if they're trying to sneak through, that's a little more concerning.
Right, you can see it like by the way that they move, if they're sneaking or if they are just like walking through. Yeah, that's true. Kind of the same way that I tried to sneak into their camp. If they saw me sneaking,
it would be alarm.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you see them sneaking through town, we ring the bells and alert the whole town. And if they're just chilling through town, then no bell ringing.
I think so, right?
Yeah, but still like alerting like me and etc.
Yeah.
Well, sure enough, this evening, some Draconians do come through town. And at first, it just looks like they're headed downriver, and you'll get this report pretty quickly. Right, at first they're just heading along in between the walls, but once they get to this first staircase up, the one that's
where?
right next to the sheriff's place,
Right.
they're gonna change their course, and they're gonna head up the staircase. Now, we've talked about these staircases. They lift, right? They drawbridge. Had we said we were going to leave them up at night?
Yes.
And
I
lower
think
them?
so, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what actually happens is they come to the stairs, which are raised, and stop and look at the staircase and chat to each other for a little bit. And the sheriff's place is right here. And one of our dearly beloved soldiers, let's roll to see which one it is. The third soldier. That is going to be Biggs. Biggs has been shadowing these creatures and walking along these boardwalks. And when it sees them stopping and looking at this spot and like negotiating about it, Biggs is going to kind of creep over to Kyra's house, which is conveniently like right here, and like give you a, give a little bit rap on your door and then come on in. You'll probably be asleep and very quickly rouse you and let you know that there are 3 Draconians here right now who are hanging out on the ground just below the staircase. And it doesn't look like they're sneaking yet, or maybe they are, but I think if I went down to the lower level to get to the church, they would hear me, because to get to the church, where the bells are, Biggs would have to come here, here, like this, and that would probably, like, these are loud planks. The Draconians would certainly hear Biggs.
Yeah, I swear this isn't a retcon, but I think I would be sleeping in my armor this night because I know it's a very dangerous night and this is very likely to happen.
Sure.
So yeah, I'll pick up my sword and shield and head out. And I think I want to be... I think I would be okay with alerting them, and I want to, like, call out to them to ask them their intentions.
So Kyra comes down, Biggs behind you, and you call out to ask their intentions. Their reaction roll. Nope, that's not how you spell that. Is quite high. One of the Draconians raises a clawed hand to you and says, "We're just looking around. What's with this? This is new.
Yeah.
When did this happen?"
We've been attacked by magmen and various other creatures over the past year, and we've been wanting to protect our town a little more. You are.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Thank you.
How does it work?
It's, I look a little baffled about, like, do you know what a drawbridge is?
No, this isn't quite new to me. I've never seen anything like this before.
Well.
That rope there, does that raise and lower the stairs?
Nice. Yeah, that's good physics intuition you have there.
I see. He stares at you for a moment.
I gesture to the river, like, feel free to continue exploring the river.
Are all the stairs done this way?
Indeed they are.
It's very wise of you. And the Draconian shuffles over to this rope, which uses this little thing right here is how the what do you call them? The carpenter raises up boards or trees to be moved into the thing. You place the tree on here, people on either side like lift it, it comes up the canyon, they shove it into the carpenter shop and chop it into boards and whatnot. So this is a bit of an escalator lever thingy. And it appears that someone has left it down tonight, and so the ropes are still just dangling from the top down to the bottom. And he gives like the rope a tug, and it's sort of fastened. He looks up at you and goes, "Someone could still climb this," and will then demonstrate by attempting an athletics check to climb the rope.
Get some valuable information here. QA testing.
Yeah.
Good observation you have
13.
there.
It's a bit of an awkward, because the rope just dangles in the air, so he swings back and forth and hands over hands and kicks off a few things, and soon you find the Draconian on the same level as you, having climbed up.
It's very nice acrobatics you have there.
Thank you.
Do you have anything you're wanting to do up here, or do you want to climb back down?
Looks about. It looks at the tension in the ropes and seems to be like trying to sort out what they do, and he sees them all like congregate in one area, and he points to it and goes, "Is that what drops the stairs?"
Yeah, it's controlled from there. Just out of person. If they like take a sword and slice all of those ropes, we still have those pegs or something that like the bridge is supported on. So the bridge will not fall if he cuts all of them, correct?
I do believe that's how you would set it up. You raise it and then you put pegs out so it holds in place.
Okay, so yeah, I will say like yes, that's where it's controlled from.
Well, would you lower it so I can continue with my friends?
If you come back tomorrow, we're open for talking more in the day. We lower them during the day, so at night we're a little concerned for security due to all the creatures around here. So
yes, security's a good thing to have. And the Draconian will leap off of the platform here, extend its wings, and do a glide, and sort of like slowly glide down to where the others are, landing below.
and then I will call out and say like, oh, before I forget, we were planning on heading over to your outpost to the west. We discovered some interesting things yesterday, and we were planning to report them over to you.
Why, thank you, our most delightful friends.
Of course.
They jabber quickly in a language. Another one replies back. This one replies more harshly, and they, as a group, proceed downriver and leave the town. without bothering anyone. When you wake up in the morning, you'll hear that they came back before the sun rose and went all the way through and out the other end, but didn't stop or bother anybody in any way, shape, or form.
Nice.
All right. It is the next day. Huzzah!
Nice.
We made it.
Today is the 15th, and I need someone who feels like they haven't rolled dice in a little while. It's probably Kyra.
Oh.
To roll me 2d6.
Haven't we rolled 5? Like, no, we've rolled 6 a lot.
Yes. On this day, the 15th of September, there is the shaking of the earth. You are all awokened in the morning by an earthquake throughout the entire area.
Have we
Dishes in your
experienced that
houses.
before?
No, this
Okay.
is new. The dishes come smashing down to the ground. Anything that's gentle and placed out of the way just like shakes and shakes and shakes and falls. The whole town gives out a big cry. Everyone's built, inside buildings, inside the mountains. An earthquake, if something goes wrong, could destroy an entire house and everyone inside of it. So this is a pretty big deal. As the entire ground around you vibrates. But pretty quickly, maybe 2 minutes later, it ends. And yet still there's dust descending from ceilings. People running outside, looking back and forth. You can see a large plume of smoke and dust is arising from this building over here. It looks like this one has completely collapsed on the
which
inside, and there's just
Dear.
poof, this one over here. And there's just a emanation
lost.
of dust and dirt.
Oh,
I will
over there. Right.
force drag. Yeah. Whoosh.
Wait, whose building is that? Do we know them?
Some
This-
randos.
Yeah, it's some randos.
Some rando. Are we
The
gonna name
randos
this
live
friend?
there.
Oh yeah.
The
This
rando. Randall Rando.
I would not view them as randos.
And Rhonda Rando.
Rhonda lives here. Absolutely, that's who lives here. Yes, Rhonda and her family. By the time people arrive, it is clear the entire building has collapsed by the weight of the ceiling above it, and it is just demolished. There's nothing but rubble. No sounds can be heard from the inside, no voices, just a completely collapsed building.
Did they make it out, or?
No one sees them anywhere.
We should try and dig them out. As fast as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gather townspeople
Maybe,
with shovels. Strong people can lift heavy rocks, and I can try to use a magic to lift things. Wait, no, I can't. I can just lift water. Never mind. I can dig.
So this is the focus of everything right now.
I think so,
Why
right?
don't-
If
why
we
don't
have a chance of
we-
saving them.
Why don't we activate Greg?
True.
Yeah.
Greg would be incredibly useful in excavating.
That's a good idea. You can bring Greg over, and Greg, being the strong, hefty boy that he is, can lift a great deal and makes it quite easy to excavate the area. Unfortunately, all you find are the crushed remains of Rhonda and her family.
No.
They are all dead.
Well, shoot.
Rhonda.
You killed them, Kyra.
Damn.
Oh no.
My dice! They have betrayed me.
Oh, jeez. And I'm guessing, what about the rest of the town? Was it everybody's kind of shaken and everybody's apartment is dusty and things have fallen,
Yes.
but nothing else is collapsed?
Everything was shaken. There is property damage all over the place. Some of these boardwalks are badly damaged. there will need to be, repairs for a little while, and all like production and life is going to be impacted for the next couple weeks while everything gets rebuilt. Your canoe is going to have to be put on hold because planks are going to have to be made, and boardwalks are going to have to be repaired. Bridges are going to have to be assessed and see if they need to be reinforced. And it's just a huge nightmare to like make sure everything is back up to standards and code.
Oh, goodness.
F in chat for Rhonda.
The shortest lived NPC.
Gone so soon. We hardly knew ye. No, really, we hardly did.
Really didn't know you at all.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be distracted for the first part of the morning, but then I'll remember, like, right, we still have a very life-threatening situation going on, and I do not want to miss this report that I want to give to the Draconians, lest they get angry.
Yeah, I think our priority would just be to make sure everyone is safe to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay. It does appear that the rest of the town is safe. There are plenty of scared and afraid people, but everything else seems to be fine. A section of the mine itself, the active mine, did experience a little bit of collapse, but no one was in there at the moment, so that seems fine, and you'll just have to dig it out.
And the path to the elemental is okay?
Yes, the collapsed section was not near the elemental section. Aside from the Rhonda and family destruction, everything else seems to be all right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, then I think we're ready to talk to the Draconians, right? So before we go, or right before we go to the Draconians, I should probably use my magic to make sure that I can understand their language. In case they're talking in secret to each other, I'll be able to hear what they're saying
That's smart.
without them knowing that I can tell what they're saying. Which might give us some
Maybe a
extra
little bit.
information.
Yeah, also as a precaution on my end, I think detecting magic, because we know that this Sar is a spellcaster.
Yeah.
It is as you're having this discussion about like what you're gonna do, that there comes a shout and a cry from the direction of Rhonda's house as you're sorting out like where to go, what to do.
Oh, I guess we'll run there. Where?
Yeah.
Yes, coming out of the very walls of the town itself, the very like rock and stone, is a large beast of some kind. Some sort of creature made out of rock itself is emerging. This appears to be some sort of like earth elemental is emerging from the stone on the ground level,
Oh, jeez.
right near Rhonda's house.
Oh,
Our
jeez.
beloved party, I think, will be arriving on this boardwalk right over here. So maybe along this heightened stair. Where did we hide Kyra? Kyra, where? Ah, there you are.
But it's friendly, right?
Yeah, it's friendly as the water elemental.
Yeah.
Sing some music to it. Doesn't have a health bar for a reason.
Nope.
Yeah. Right?
We're fine.
It moves in this direction, and as it does so, it just rips up the boardwalk as it goes through, like destroying the
jeez.
struts that hold it into place. The entire boardwalk section there crumbles as it climbs to this highish ground, and then seems to look out over this region with these like black beady gemstones for eyes.
Does it seem to be heading toward us, or is it just kind of...
It climbed to a
Sitting
spot
there.
where it could observe the area and is presently observing. people are fleeing from the nearby homes,
Good.
terrified.
Can you scramble up here and then call out to it? Because I feel like it might come towards anyone who calls out to it, and I don't want it destroying houses or boardwalk.
I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can. I don't know if we're in initiative right now. Like, I don't know how quickly I can make my way up.
And detect
Movement
language.
30, and this is 30 over and 60 high, so it'll take you maybe 20 seconds to scramble up here. 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What were we gonna say, Kyra?
If you want to cast detect language or understand language, comprehend
I
language,
could, yeah.
Comprehend.
Right.
it might be useful in this situation.
Yeah. Where are my spells?
If you have the spell slots for it, I don't know.
I do. Well, unless I want to use it for something else, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna cast it.
As you get to this point and you're shouting back and forth about casting spells, the creature moves in this direction, but it doesn't like walk on the land. It like moves through the land, causing a ripple all the way through it. And in the process, it clearly caves in a section of this building, which spews out dust and dirt through its open windows
jeez.
as the ceiling falls down in.
The people living here have had time to escape, I presume.
Yes, people are fleeing this area.
Does it look
rapidly.
angry, like making its way toward me, or?
It doesn't have much in the way of facial expressions. The water elemental was very emotive. The earth elemental, like, its beady eyes are sort of lost underground as it moves through the ground with its like back sticking out of it. And
Ah,
just, like,
jeez.
destroys one building, comes over here, destroys a second building,
Oh, jeez. I'm
and
gonna.
then a hand. Oh, you're
Or-
moving. Oh yeah, it keeps chasing you. Yeah, I saw that movement. It destroys this building.
If it reaches out for me and it looks not entirely antagonistic, I guess I can stop for a second. But I'm absolutely terrified of this thing.
It will end right next to you, and a pillar of rock will emerge at your feet, lifting you like 3 feet off the ground into the air as the beady,
God.
obsidian eyes roll up into its face, and it looks closely at you.
I'm uncomfortable with this.
You hear shouts and cries from citizens as their homes are being destroyed. Stop it! Pearl, stop it! Kyra, do something! Stop it! Kyra's destroying the town!
I don't know if I'm gonna spook it if I cast like comprehend languages on myself. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I just need to roll a d20, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, this would be a bad time.
It'd be a great time to roll a 1.
No.
Okay.
20s and 1s are the same, right? Like aces and 1s. They're the same thing.
Okay.
Not.
Doesn't say anything.
You can feel through the soft little pads on your feet. The vibrations in the ground are some sort of speech. And the creature is saying, "What the hell is this thing? It's so soft!" And then you can feel the earth at your feet, like beginning to wrap up on either side of your legs,
I'm
almost
gonna
like it's
climb the.
No.
clothing
This is a
you
rock.
in
I don't
its
wanna
own
get
rock
squeezed.
and stone.
I'm gonna climb.
You
I don't wanna get pinched
say
by
you
it.
stand there and get squeezed?
No, I climb up the fingers question mark the squeezers.
I mean, the squeezers are at your ankles, so there's no up. There's only down. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you want.
Okay. So if this is a pinch, then I want to
Yeah.
climb up onto these two so that the pinch will
I see.
fail. I will
Yeah.
just make my way upwards so that it's very
Great,
difficult
yeah.
to pinch me.
Yeah, as you climb to this, like more rock will just like fold up on top of you. And you climb to that, and more will fold up on top of you until you're like 6 feet off the ground on this pillar of rock that is rising, as the creature itself sort of like shrinks in volume.
Well, it's got to give up at some point, right? I can climb all day.
Give me. We're going to do an opposed check because it is trying to grapple you. I need your athletics or acrobatics opposed by its athletics.
Oh.
So here we go.
Oh!
It will grab you. It moves hard enough and fast enough. It rolls a natural 19. And you find your legs gripped by this creature.
I don't like this at all. Why did I do this?
It will lower the column now that it's holding you by your feet to its view. You can feel the vibrations as it sort of talks to itself. It's bizarre.
You're pretty bizarre too.
Weak. So, and you can feel it begin to like crush your legs as it tests the strength of the material you're made out of. Other assembled party members and guards, what do you do?
How's my climbing ability?
That would be an athletics check for you. You would only need a DC 10 to scale one of these things. It's not particularly hard, but if you have to do it in a pinch, we do need a die roll.
What happens if I fail the die roll? Do I like not climb at all, or like how does that work?
It means that you've spent your round trying to scramble up, and all of your movement is wasted in the attempt of climbing that just repeatedly fails.
Can I attempt
Or
to
like
get
you
out of the
scramble
grip?
part way and then
Or-
slide back down. Well, yes. There are opposed rolls we can do, but first I want to see the other party's reaction.
Yeah, so I think I want to try and climb all the way up. And try to get it to be distracted and climb out onto the plains. That's my overarching goal. It's probably going to take a while to climb up. Yeah.
Tristel, what are your plans?
Can I like give her a boost?
How?
Is that a thing? I mean, just like if she's trying to, scale this, just kind of like, ooh.
Okay, so you would want to like climb up to where Pearl is, or not Pearl, Kyra, and like just
Yeah.
help Kyra climb.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, you can assist her in that check.
So I'm just like also trying to get up there and help.
This will give you advantage on the roll, Kyra. Give me an athletics check at advantage, please.
Haha.
It
Nice.
is an easy thing to begin scaling this. Pearl, I need you to roll me initiative against the creature.
No.
That's not great.
No.
The creature wants to test your might, your strength.
I don't want
wants
it
to.
to do that, actually.
Well, unfortunate, because
Oh,
it's already
no.
grappling you, so it's going to make an attack at advantage to just squeeze you, Pearl. And a 24 will hit.
What if...
And it squeezes your legs. What if what?
No, shield is not going to help.
Will increase your AC by 5.
Yeah, which is not enough for 24.
Well then, you get squeezed for 12 bludgeoning damage, and inevitably give out a cry of pain. Luckily, you still have 8 temporary HP, so you only take 4 points of real damage. But another attack like that will end your life, or at least knock you unconscious.
Great.
Kyra, you've definitely gotten to this point by the end of this round with Tristel right here. And Pearl, it's your turn. What do you do? This thing is squeezing you.
I wish I
Seems to
had
be
Misty Stack.
investigating you. It's it's talking about, what is this creature? It's so soft. Squeeze. It's like accidentally squeezing you to death.
I honestly don't know if there's anything I can do. I can damage it. I can. I mean, I can recklessly cast Misty Step,
No. Bad idea.
but that's
Very
like
bad
gonna
idea.
be. It's like almost guaranteed to just make everything worse.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know. This is difficult.
You You spend your turn in contemplation and do nothing?
No. Actually, okay. I feel like the only thing I can do is attack.
You can struggle to get free, right?
You could attempt an escape. It's going to be your athletics or acrobatics versus its athletics or acrobatics.
That
Versus
seems
its athletics specifically.
Okay.
reasonable.
I have my Tides of Chaos that I can use to get advantage on that. So I could do that, right? Does it apply to ability checks? I think it does, right? Yeah, attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
There you go. You want to use? You want advantage on this ability check to escape?
So, what are the rules for attacking specific parts of a creature? Like, can I target the part that is like trying to squeeze me in order to try to break free from that? Or is it just like, I make a general attack against this big ball of HP?
We generally used a non-specific generalized hit point system where it doesn't matter exactly what you attack for this, you know, the vast amount of simplicity it provides. If you want to, if there's a situation like, let's say someone's holding a potion and you want to get them to drop it, it would make sense to say you attack their hand and maybe there's a penalty to the attack roll and you do partial damage, but then it might provoke them to drop something. Something like that could be argued. So what is your specific desire?
So I have a spell called Shatter. And it does do more damage. Or no, a creature that's made out of stone has disadvantage on saving throws against that. So like, I feel like this would be an effective thing I can use to attempt to break out of it, right?
Okay.
But
if you want to target Shatter at its hand, we can do that same thing. It'll make its normal checks. You'll do half damage with it because you're only targeting a section of it and not the whole, like the core of the creature. You're targeting like an offshoot. And then it will, if it doesn't kill the creature, I'll give you advantage on your escape check, or actually disadvantage on its hold you check. And then you can also make
so
your,
it wouldn't like potentially break me free with the attack. I guess it depends on how malleable it is.
Guaranteed thing. It's not going to 100% free you. It'll come up to a die roll, and that die roll will be based on your skill at escaping versus its skill at restraining.
I feel like I might as well just try to escape with advantage then, using Tides of Chaos.
Just regular advantage for you?
I think so. And then it's less hostile as well. Then it's not an outright attack against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll me your escape, your athletics or acrobatics at advantage.
Okay. I got this.
And roll high.
19.
19's not bad. You want 19 to equal or exceed this roll. The dice are on your side today. You manage to slip out of its grip as it crushes you, and you can feel just as you're leaving its grip, this thing's going, "Wait, no, come back, little thing, come back!" And then as soon as you break contact with it, you lose all vocalizations of it. And go ahead and take your movement wherever you would like.
Does it not vibrate through the rest of the rock though, like the cliff? Or...
well, I'm assuming you like hop off of it, so there's like a broken section.
Oh
of...
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh geez. Okay. I guess I'll run. I don't know if I should run toward Kyra and Tristel or if I should just run the heck away.
I think you should go up.
Okay. Can I use feline agility at this point to get away as far as I can?
Totally. But you've already used your action to escape, so you only have your movement.
Okay. But can I use feline agility even though I've used my action? Okay.
Feline agility is a bonus action, is it? Or a free action? What is the...
I thought it was a bonus action.
You can
I
double your
moved me
speed
again.
until end of turn. Doesn't say. It's just... Yeah, when you move on your turn in combat, you can double the speed until the end of your turn.
Alright, I guess you just do it for freezies.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Does this provoke an attack of opportunity, though? I'm not
Absolutely.
sure if we're
If it wants to attack you, then it would get an attack of opportunity.
I don't like this Earth Elemental. Okay, I'll make my way up as far as I can. I don't know how far I can go, but
You can move 60 feet, so this is 15 to get to this height, and it'll be another 15 to get to the next height, and then there's some horizontal space. And these cliffs, I know the map sort of ends right here, but the cliffs do continue all the way up 100 feet until you're out of the canyon.
Didn't realize that.
okay.
Ooh, yeah, I can only draw so much space.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So you can scramble 15, 30, 45, 60, and you'll be up like another level and on some horizontal ground looking down at the creature. And would our other 2-player characters roll into initiative now? Because we're going to enter into ordinary initiative movements, just because it's going so importantly.
Let me grab that.
Should we roll temp HP?
Please do. Yes.
Is 1d8 plus 2.
Okay. Another 7 and another 5. Wow, those are the exact maxes you had last time. We
Flipped
don't have to
that.
update anything on your sheets.
We do, unfortunately.
Oh, nope, I got your names backwards, didn't I? Dumb. Sorry. Okay. And you are here. Excellent.
Oh yeah, wait, someone pointed out that my base speed is higher as well.
What do you mean?
I don't know if that affects climbing speed, because my base speed is 40 rather than 30.
Do you have a climb speed of 30 for being a Tabaxi, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if my base speed affects the
Climbing speed of 20.
but because I have the mobile feat.
Oh. Mobile feat increases your speed. Does it increase your climbing speed? I thought you had a climb speed of 30, so I moved you 60 up the hill. But it might only be 40 up the hill.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's just take a quick look at the mobile feat.
Mobile feat doesn't say anything about climbing.
It just says speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it will affect your climb speed then.
Mm-hmm.
It's just your regular speed.
Okay.
At least I assume this wiki page on Tabaxi of climb speed is 20 is correct.
Yeah, that's what I have here too.
Yeah, that's perfect. So you're scrambled 40 feet up. So this would be, oops, sorry.
Don't.
15, 30, yeah, you're still around 40 over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Kyra, you're the first to act. You've climbed here. You were going to climb further, but then all that stuff transpired, so...
Yeah, just because I thought the top of the cliff was here, and so I thought I could easily get to the top. So let me try and think of what to do. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on climbing.
Okay. You've already... actually, I'm still going to need the athletics check every round to keep on climbing quickly. You can move at half your speed while climbing, and if you're doing a move and a dash, if you devote your whole turn...
Yes, I would
Can you
be.
dash on a climb? That seems crazy.
I mean, I feel like if you normally like take 3 seconds to move, 3 seconds to attack, you'd spend 6 seconds climbing or whatever. So that's the way dash works in my head.
That sort of makes sense, yeah. Okay. Yep, so 60 feet, you go. If you made, yeah, definitely make the check, no problem. So you are 60 feet this way. The elemental, the squishy fun thing got away from it. So it'll just move up the hill. And it moves through earth like it's just walking normally. Pearl, you moved 40 feet. It can move 60 feet up the hill.
Oh no.
And so it will, you know,
But
sort of
only
like
move,
burrow
not attack. Oh, okay.
up towards you and like slightly past you. So it's like looming on the top, blocking your path. It is no longer speaking to itself, but it is blocking your path. Tristel, you see all this happening as Biggs and Jesse and Wedge and Annabelle arrive.
Yes. I also want to be up there.
Alrighty.
Can you
Athletics or
charm
acrobatics?
this element?
Acrobatics. I would like to call one of the guards over and be like, "Hey, can you give me a lift?" and request that
Absolutely.
they help me.
Yeah. You get advantage on this first acrobatics check as Wedge produces a brace for you to leap from. And that'll do it. Yep. You quickly scramble up the 60 feet. Whoops, this would be so you're just a little bit behind Kyra now. I think Kyra was 15 feet. You're 15 feet below Kyra, and Kyra is about the same height as Pearl. So we're just gonna say this, even though that's not what it is, but this way the distance is between y'all are right.
Yeah.
Pearl, your turn comes round. The creature has moved in front of you and has sort of presented itself as an obstacle to you.
Am I on flat ground along this ridge here?
No. This is just the end of the map, but these sections continue and continue and continue.
I was thinking
So you're like grabbed on the wall.
Like right here, there's a little flat spot.
yeah, like am I on one of those flat spots?
You are presently on one of the climbing spots. They make up
Okay.
the overwhelming majority of the surfaces. There's only a few little spots in between.
Because I was thinking it's easier for me to move away in this direction, I suppose. And is there any nearby like cliffs I can walk on normally or like run on?
Yeah, so like if we were to use this level as an example, you could drop down to whatever's below you, and then there will be some little sections that you could cat about on if you wanted to.
Yeah,
So
I think I just want to do that. I just want to run away from it and just keep my distance.
Great.
I don't know, like running to the right feels scary because then I'm going to go into its attack range again.
So you bound away from the creature.
I think so, but I don't want to lead it down to the buildings. I want to make sure that I'm still far away from the buildings.
Yeah, Kyra, it's your turn.
I didn't measure, by the way. I don't know how far I can go.
I
But...
measured.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Here's a weird
you see-
question. Can you
Yes.
ready movement?
Oh.
Because I want to follow it if it starts running after Pearl.
You can ready a dash action.
Okay.
So you can ready 30 feet of movement, but not
I want to do that. Yeah.
60.
I think that's all.
Okay.
Actually, where is the water elemental compared to this?
Other
Is it
side
like
of the canyon.
north,
Yeah.
west in the mine?
Yeah.
That's
Sure
far
enough,
away.
the elemental takes its turn, and it will just like vroom on the ground after Pearl.
Oh no.
And Kyra will come and chase as best as she can. But with the terrain and the creatures being able, just more agile and moving through their natural environment, you are lagging a little bit behind. Tristel, you've climbed up to the first thing. Your allies are another like 60 feet above you, and then they're starting to go to your right. What's your plan?
I'm gonna take a quick look at things.
Ooh, actually, you do move another 20 feet. I forgot about your mobile.
Okay, good. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm actually going to cast sleep from where I am. Try and cast it on the elemental.
Great. I love it. It is within 90 feet of you, so
And,
go ahead. How many dice do
see.
you roll here?
I'm gonna cast that at my second level spell slot. So that would be. Oh, there we go.
D8.
I think that did it for me.
Yeah, the 16 and the 14 is a total of 30 hit points. Could be knocked unconscious. This creature completely ignores the sleep spell. It is either immune to sleep or it has more than 30 hit points.
Yeah.
You still have your movement left, though, Tristel. What would you like to do?
Then I'll try to gain some more ground.
All right. Give me that athletics check or acrobatics check.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Up to the next level. No problem, Pearl.
I keep running. I don't want to be close to this thing. Yep. Just
Alrighty.
keep moving along.
80 feet for you, Pearl. Hopping, dashing, bouncing. I'm going to need an acrobatics check from you specifically to, like, hop around these weird corners and over these trees at a full sprint. Not a problem. Kyra, you are hot on the heels of the creature. You are 35 feet from it.
Sorry, I was looking up rules. Okay, there's Pearl.
Pearl just booked it.
I don't like this thing.
Yeah, can I keep on running after it? So move to just outside of melee range and do another readied dash to keep on following it.
Love it. The creature stops chasing Pearl, and its body, like what was its back, just shifts forward, liquid metal Terminator style, to become its front, and it steps towards you, Kyra, and it attempts to grab you with a hand.
Oh.
I need you. It's making a grapple. It's going to attempt to grapple you. So it makes an athletics opposed by your athletics or acrobatics, I believe. I think that's right. So it will attempt to grapple you with a 19, wrapping its big earthy stone fingers around you and lifting you up off the ground a little bit to examine you.
I'll say hello there.
You have a hard shell armor at least, right? That should count for something.
Tristel, is your turn. It's grabbed
yes.
Kyra.
Oh my god. I'm seeing what I got in my sleeves.
He pulled his harness off.
Damn it. I think all I can really do is try and gain more ground. I'm too far away.
Try to. Sorry, I was distracted by the cat.
No problem.
You gain more ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
So climb.
Great. One more athletics or acrobatics check, whichever you prefer. Easy peasy. You can climb all the way up to the same height as Kyra if you'd like. I think you can even go a little bit higher if you want to be on a higher ground than she is, or on the same level as she is.
Is that all the movement I can do, or can I still?
You've got another 30 feet.
Right. So I'm
go.
gonna cross that distance a bit to get closer.
Right. Excellent. You get much closer to Kyra. Pearl, your turn rolls around. You see that the creature has stopped chasing you, but instead it has grabbed the sheriff of your town.
Did I hear it say anything? Because my comprehend language is still running.
Your comprehend language is still running, but it appears the creature is no longer talking to itself. If it has thoughts, it is keeping them internal.
I just worry that if I attack it, I'm gonna anger it, and it's gonna get like 10 times worse.
Yeah, don't attack it.
I don't know what I should do.
Don't attack it.
But you're stuck.
I'm fine.
No.
She's in danger. She needs you.
I'm strong. I can deal with this.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer.
She's a dainty princess. She needs you to rescue her.
Kyra of all party members.
Where are you going, Pearl?
I'm going a little bit closer.
All right. 40 feet closer?
No, somewhere here, I think.
Okay. And then?
Don't stress me out. And then, let's see. Okay. I don't know if this is possible. Let's read the text. Okay, can I cast message to this elemental? Can I communicate with it using message?
You can.
It says
message.
toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
Yeah, but it's just going to be your words
Oh,
arriving.
it doesn't like go.
This is not a translate spell.
Right.
This does not replace all of the higher level
Okay.
translating abilities.
That would be weird. Yeah. Okay. The complication was
You
that I
just have-
couldn't like use it through 1 foot of stone, and I'm like, what? Where's the language sentiment?
where? That's
Okay.
so funny.
That's not an idea. Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do. I'll just
Scream.
I'll just be here, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Kyra, it's your turn. The creature has gripped you and lifted you off the ground. It seems to be examining you.
You're spiky. You're like a cactus. So
Yes,
you have
I
your
am.
sword, and if it squeezes, it's gonna hurt a little bit.
Alright, here's my thought. This is going to be a long explanation.
Go for it. I'm ready.
So, you know if you pick up a cat, and the cat does not want to be picked up, it might like bite you. But this bite is like, if you've ever been playing with a cat, with a toy, and it misses the toy and accidentally bites you instead, it is a much stronger bite than like, hey, don't grab me. Because like, even if they very much do not like being picked up, it's still a weak like bite. And you recognize this creature like isn't actually intending to harm you, they're just like really disliking the situation. And they can communicate this across like pretty no language boundaries. And so what I'm gonna do is, if I get hurt, I'm going to ready wait, can you ready a attack if you get hurt?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So if I get hurt, I'm going to do a non-lethal attack with like my sword, just the flat part of my sword, against
You're gonna like cat bite it if it tries to hurt you.
with like slap it with my sword on the
Great.
hand. That's like
That's
grabbing
fantastic. Yeah, make that roll right now because it's gonna squeeze you on this round.
Okay.
It's absolutely attempting to squeeze you to see what you're made of, how strong you are, how well you resist things. Yeah, its attack sort of misses. I shouldn't say misses, but like it
Yeah.
doesn't seem. It tries to squeeze you, but your armor helps pad it a little bit. Underneath your chainmail, you've got padded armor, so there's a little bit of give to things. And then maybe you carry a shield. Yeah, your shield must be somewhere in its grip. So go ahead and make me an attack roll against its AC.
But
Ooh, yeah, your sword will just like smash the side of it without causing it any harm. But in its surprise, the creature will drop you. Sort of like, oh, whoops. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw because you are how high up the mountain?
Oh no. I mean, it didn't hurl Kyra, like, yeeting her into the canyon, right?
Oh, no, but like if we're on a pretty sheer
Yeah, okay.
slant.
Alright.
And if you
Yeah.
miss, with an 18 dexterity saving throw, Kyra manages to
I
find
don't
stable
understand my
footing
rolls.
away.
Like, did someone like hack my roll 20 and like is making me roll insanely? Oh my god. Okay.
Tristel, it's your turn. Kyra's been
Okay.
dropped.
She has. I don't really know what our plans are to deal with this situation. But I have one play, and I'm gonna play it. And okay, let me know if this is allowed. I don't see anything in this spell that says I can't attempt it. But I want to try and cast Charm.
Charm person?
Person?
It's not a
Does it require
humanoid.
humanoid? Oh, damn it. I thought it was just like living things, because it says no
it's
undead.
There's a charm monster spell at 4th level.
Well
Fourth spell.
then, I'm gonna play the distraction route, and I'll cast the minor illusion. I want to make a pearl, just like a pearl, and just have her kind of like float away, like down here, like away.
Okay. Let's just check out its wisdom real quick. It's not the wisest creature in the world, so it kind of looks in the direction of the weird pearl floating thingy. And it does seem distracted, I think is the right word, by the pearl. And you said the pearl's going like down on the screen, but
Yeah.
that's like up the mountainside.
Yep.
Perfect. Pearl, it's your turn.
Damn.
Perfect.
I mean, I just phased up the mountain, so I'm not here actually. So I'm just hiding and not existing, I suppose.
You're just hiding.
Mhm.
You're just doing nothing.
Yeah, no, I specifically hide. If there's a hide action, then I'm gonna
There
do
is, yes. Make
Yep.
me a stealth check.
it.
At advantage for the amount of cover available, please. It's a half decent height check.
It's
Your
also
tail
not
is
looking
just
at me,
moving
so-
a little bit too quickly, and so Kyra can probably see the swishy of the tail. Maybe? I don't actually know what Kyra's passive perception is. 15. Oh my God,
15.
Kyra.
I feel like Kyra's busy.
Yeah. Kyra's busy, but if she gets to look around the Earth Elemental, she'll probably see your tail like going back and forth on either side of a tree.
I'm nervous, okay? It just kind of happens when I'm nervous.
That's gotta be embarrassing. It's like the equivalent of human blushing, I suppose.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. Well, here we are. 75 feet up the cliffside, because there was a 30 and then a 60 climb. That's 90 feet, not 75. 90 feet up the cliffside, an Earth Elemental has grabbed and attacked 2 party members, but they have both managed to escape. It has too many hit points to be affected by Charm Person, but it is distracted by the minor illusion of Pearl climbing up the rest of the cliffside. This is where we will have to leave it for the next session.
We're safe,
In a
right?
most
We're safe. Totally.
Ish.
It's gone.
We'll
It's gonna
have-
wander away. It's over.
We'll have to cliffhanger it.
Again.
Fine. Everything's fine. It's not a cliffhanger. It's gonna be fine.
Or more like a cliff, like stable.
Oh, it's a literal
We're like-
cliffhanger.
we're- yeah.
Because we're on a cliff. I didn't even think about that. That's neat.
I think that's where the cliffhanger term originally comes from, was some TV show that ended with like someone hanging on a cliff, and then it was like, be back next week. I think that might be the origin of.
Well, be back next week, I suppose. Are we all on next week? I presume we are.
It's from a book in the 1800s, a serialized book. Where someone-
1800s.
Oh, that's
Wow, that's an
72.
old one.
Damn.
Yes,
That's an
where there was
old trope.
a magazine with like short stories, and 1 week the short story left with the person hanging on a cliff, and they had to wait back for the next week or month or whatever it was.
Wow,
About
props.
150 years old right now. Nice.
Vintage tropes.
So I do have a event scheduled next week that contains the word "do applipliple what's."
What?
Do you want to try and pronounce that?
It's Swedish.
You know, that one is fine.
Yeah, no. It's just a reminder for me to contact something.
Yeah, I just added an event to. We have a shared Google Calendar, so sometimes we add events for each other. If someone is just like, "Oh, can you add the thing?" and I didn't properly spell anything in that.
It is APLPLYWETC.
That says apply, etc.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Oh
Okay.
no, I thought it was like literally not English.
I thought it was Swedish.
Anyway.
Jag pratar inte svenska.
Oh, there we go.
I
Okay.
suppose then we will
neat.
be back next weekend.
Yeah, I think we're all up for that, right?
But not the weekend after. No, and the weekend after that. I don't know. The weekend after that's Thanksgiving's weekend.
Right.
So there might be travel plans. We'll sort it out in between sessions.
I guess
Oh,
this
Thor.
might be very long term. I don't know if it's relevant and whatnot. But like in terms of scheduling, I think we're gonna have to like pre-schedule a break during summer. Because last time it was just extremely warm and it's really difficult to play when it's that warm. So we can look at like
You mean summer like 6 months from now?
Yeah.
yes. So I feel like we can probably look at like, I don't know, when the temperatures peak and just do a break around that peak. Because it is excruciatingly warm here. Because buildings don't have AC, because why would you need that, you know?
Why would you? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I feel confident we can sort out the summer heat problems.
We can
when they arise.
turn that into like a thing where it's like, ooh, Embers of the Wilds season 2 after the long intentional break, and then it's like, damn,
Nice.
yeah,
I thought this was season 2. Just kidding.
season 4 or something because we had like random long breaks. Anyway, what else? Anything else we need to update on?
This is the least amount of gold you've ever gotten in a session.
Congrats.
It's only been one.
Congrats!
Yeah,
Congrats!
I'm so proud
Progress.
of you, Neil. Oh, actually, I don't know if I think we talked about it at some point, that we've been considering getting 2 ragdolls. I think we mentioned that we were like trying to decide between ragdolls and Maine Coon. But we know someone who is a ragdoll breeder, and she's been like looking for a male ragdoll to mate with. Well, not my friend, but my friend's cat.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, anyway, so her cat Evie was away this week, and they actually did mate. We don't know if they're pregnant yet, but she's back home, and so we'll find out in the coming 3 weeks, I think,
So that'll be like
whether or not.
Oh,
6 months
there's
from now when we
kittens.
would get the kittens.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll send pictures before we get the cat because we're gonna visit probably too many
Kittens.
times.
Many times.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah,
Ragdoll's the
I'm
best.
excited. Anyway, yeah. So just wanted to update on the ragdoll situation.
Kitty update. Love it.
Yes.
All right. Anything else we want to chat about, Neil? What's on your calendar?
I invented a new creature last night for one of my other parties to fight, and I'm very excited to use it. And I
Nice.
don't want to say anything about it else
Aw.
other than it's called a Volkov. And if you're a really deep nerd who is really good at extrapolating bad analogies, you might have some idea of what's going on about it. But I think it's a kind of a too distant of a reference for anyone to really piece together.
I saw you tweet about that, like reading that this morning, and I was like, oh geez, did Neil come up with a creature that's like going to be really difficult for us now? Oh no. But then you were like, oh, it's for the Princess Gloria campaign. And I was like,
Creature,
okay.
yeah, like high level creature. Destroy Trog Canyon. No, it wouldn't.
Unless,
It'll be fine. It'll be
unless.
fine, yeah. So I'm really excited to use my new Volkov creature.
Nice.
That's about it, though.
How many times do you have people like you come up with a really clever creature and then people come up with like really rudimentary workarounds and you're like, oh, okay. Like disappointed in how easy it was to defeat?
Has not happened yet.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. My cool creatures are always a little bit...
cooler than everyone else's, so.
I tend to introduce them in situations where it's like favorable environments for them. So like we had a skitter snap, and that uses like jumping attacks with lots of like different legs and sort of a brainy surface on it to like stab enemies, and it initially ambushed people from falling from a darkened ceiling. So that was hard to dodge. What other weird custom creatures? Or like a pit of undead that's like a gravity well that you like get sucked into. And spirits grab your legs and pull you into it. That can be avoided just by leaving it and not being nearby, but like actually fighting it is no one's come up with a clever solution for.
Throw a fireball in there.
What?
Throw a fireball in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
a pretty
just
straightforward answer.
yeet some stuff in there.
That's
You can
the
throw a
proper
pearl in
answer to
there.
all.
And she can just recklessly cast things until things explode.
The Trolleroos, it's just like a giant troll that has a pouch in which it pulls out smaller trolls and throws them at you, and the smaller trolls are like extensions of it, but it's like, Joey's out of a kangaroo pouch.
Nice.
The most clever answer to that has just been run away.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Love my Trolleroos. Love my Volkovs.
I thought there would be like more levels to that, like the Matryoshka dolls or whatever, like nested trolls.
I mean, there are, like, the smaller trolls are not physically attached, but they're still the same creature. It's just got, like, a slightly, like a mobile, smaller version of itself that isn't attached to itself, but it still controls it. So, there's stuff to... There might be cool ideas that you could do where you, like, trap the little Joeys to apply pain to the large creature or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There might be a solution. Maybe teleport one of the little Joeys away. Maybe you can disintegrate them. I don't know.
Hold one hostage.
Mm-hmm.
If you want the rest of the Joeys to live, you let us go. Love it.
All right.
Is there anything else, or should we just see each other next week?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Great.
You didn't get me to recklessly cast anything this time, so there.
Next time.
Next time.
I mean, you could have
No, next
recklessly cast Misty Step.
I could have, yeah. And it would have been like a 5% chance of success or 2.5, or I don't know. But yeah, anyway, thank you everyone for joining. And I will, wait, I need to be ready for what button I need to press before I leave. Otherwise it's going to be awkward. It's like saying bye and then you realize you need to like put on your jacket or something. And
Walk the same direction to your cars.
Oh
Exactly,
no, or
yeah.
do the elevator at the same elevator.
Oh, they're so slow as well. There's no escape.
We just were walking to a subway a couple weeks ago, and our friends just caught up to us at the subway station while waiting for the train. It's like, oh, hello.
Okay. I found the thing. I'm so bad at talking and looking for something at the same time. But thank you all for joining, and I will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Wait, Neka, you had a question about the Fitbit. I can check. I just don't remember which one I have. I also don't know if it's the best one. I guess it depends. For me, it was just specifically for tracking sleep. That was my primary use for it. And there was someone on YouTube that had like a very elaborate channel where they were like measuring different smart watches and whatnot. And this one got a pretty good score according to that person. I have the Versa 3, Fitbit Versa 3. That's the one I'm using. Yes, we're talking about IRL sleep, not D&D sleep. Yep. That's the one. Here's some stats from last night. That's what it looks like in the app. Shows you when you're awake, when you're the light and deep sleep, and the REM sleep. And of course, it's like none of this is like 100% accurate, so it's just an approximation, but usually close enough for my purposes and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. Wait, why did someone rape me? Eston? I'm not. It was just ending the stream. Oh no. Okay. Any questions or anything about the D&D session right before I go? We're building a 1D dungeon game on an FPGA. What's an FPGA?
FPGAs are... Wait, why would you build that on an FPGA?
I don't know.
What?
Field programmable gate array.
It's like a circuit board lerps with a program.
Oh, like a hardware program, sort of?
Yeah. Like, normally you write a binary, and then you execute the binary on the CPU.
Mm-hmm.
What if you had a programmable CPU?
That seems really cursed.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, neat. Anyway. Alright, no questions from chat, unless I missed something. I don't think so. Okay. I think the session was really interesting, but also sad time for Randa. Yeah. Yeah. Rip Randa. Wait, or was it Rhonda? Rhonda. I think it was Rhonda, right? What will you have to encounter to shoot first and ask questions later? I mean, we do have some experience with, like, I mean, anything that looks like, I guess, 100% feral and not intelligent whatsoever. Like, I'm sure there are lots of, like, wild beasts that are just, like...
The big chompies, the Pac-Man.
Yeah, the chompers. And, like, the noodle boys, we know that they're dangerous. So I guess, like... We're going to hesitate as soon as we have a hunch that there's some sort of intelligence there and it's possible to reason with them. Like, I don't know, if we catch them doing like a really bad action, like, I don't know, murdering one of our citizens, then obviously that's a state of emergency. But yeah, but I think in general, we just want to avoid conflict where possible. So I guess it just really depends on the situation, how they act, and our like intuition on whether or not we can tell that they might be reasoned with. I guess with the Earth Elemental, it's a weird spot of like, it's sort of intelligent, but we can't really reason with it that much, but it's also not outright hostile in case it's just, I don't know, curious. But clearly it's harmful to us. So I don't know what we should do there. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible it might lose interest in us. Like it tries to squish all of us, nothing fun happens, and then it just leaves. If it leaves, it may just return. Yeah, that's very possible. But that goes for any creature, right? Answer is either kill it or bring the problem to someone else. Yeah, I'm just not entirely convinced we even can kill it at this point. I don't know. It seems like something that would have a very high resistance against like surely there's no way like Khyperia can attack it with swords and it would be as effective as any other creature. I feel like there's no way. Or I don't know. I haven't read up on them, but I would imagine that it's like resistant against like any like piercing and slashing, maybe weakness to blunt attacks, but none of us have any blunt weapons. That's my intuition. I feel like that's the standard when it comes to like creatures like this, like rock creatures. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the only thing we have is like it's got weakness, or it's got a disadvantage on the save for Shatter, but Shatter is an AoE spell. It probably isn't that useful against a single creature. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can fight it. It seems difficult. It's the difference between full damage and the assumed resistance, right? Yeah. Well, also like taking into account the probably very high health that it probably has at the moment. Like Neil said that it like passed the sleep spell by far, so it's probably got a lot of health. I don't know. Tricky. Yeah, I feel like it's a situation of like if we want to try and ward it off without any conflict, but if it does make it back and keep terrorizing the town, I mean, then we don't really have much of a choice, right? Unless we can reason with it, which, no idea. It's very hard. Like comprehend languages only get us halfway there. So, yeah. Sleep could work if you weaken it before, but definitely difficult. Yeah, and the problem is that then we have to start damaging it, and then we are guaranteed to be in a hostile relationship with it, which we aren't now. Like now we have a neutral relationship with it. It's curious about us, although we're still terrified of it, but it's just curious, right? Yeah. So I feel like there is a chance we can ward it off without any fight right now. Which I guess is what I'm hoping for. Anyway. Whew. Alright. Any other thoughts? Before we go? Still not sure if I should have picked up Misty Step. That would have been so useful.
I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, comprehend languages was also very useful this session. Or at the very least, entertaining. And that's what matters in the end, isn't it? Keep an eye on the rumored necromancer. Yeah, I guess we don't know if it's a necromancer yet. It was more like, they were like, oh, the interesting skull shape, and then I immediately assumed they're a necromancer, and there's no backing out of that. I don't know.